guidance helped us figure out our next step. We still have tough days, but now we have direction. And I have the tools and resources I need to help my child thrive. No matter where you are on the path, Understood can help you keep moving forward. Visit understood.org/yourpath today.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star is KTFM Floresville and streaming online at sasportstar.com. San Antonio's Sports Center.
The NFL delivered yet another thriller as the Minnesota Vikings came from behind in a thrilling victory to beat the Bears 27-24 on Monday night. In Cowboy news, after uncertainty after Sunday's game, Giants head coach Brian Daboll told reporters that he intends to start Russell Wilson on Sunday when they play the Cowboys in Dallas's home opener. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Good morning, everybody. How we doing? Happy Tuesday. Oh, don't make that face, Vic.
I'm tired today.
It's the Morning Huddle on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm your old pal, AJ. Look who's here to my left.
Who is it? Can they hear that I'm on the left?
No, they can hear it. They could hear it.
Well, you're on my right.
But
Does that
you know
help?
what?
Does he sound like he's on my right?
You know what? I'm more chipper when you're to my left.
Oh, well.
I am. If you're not here,
I don't think I've ever been to your right.
I'm always down in the dumps if you're not here.
Yeah, here I am. 2 consecutive.
There. You're on the left.
Wow,
now you're
that
on the
feels
right.
very strange in my head.
Oh, yeah, I don't like that.
I don't like this at all.
No?
I feel
I'm
like,
going to throw up.
I feel like Aaron Rodgers on in a dark cave. There we go.
I'm scared.
That made me kind of wobble. It was strange. Where was I? Here I sit.
Here you sit. On a mushroom,
Legitimately, how are you
mushroom
today?
stool.
No, yeah, I'm sitting in a cave with Aaron Rodgers doing a little bit of evil game, just hanging out, being dudes.
No big deal. No big deal.
Chasing our demons.
Man, I'm tired.
2 nights in a row, bro.
I forgot what it's like to have football and how you don't get nearly as much sleep when football exists. It's just it's part of the game, and I'm not bitching by any stretch.
No, we just gotta adjust. That's all.
That's it.
Yesterday I had about a 3-hour nap, and it's going to happen again today.
It has to.
That's what I mean. There are worse things, I guess, that could happen.
And I when I say this, I want everybody to understand. Again, I'm not bitching, but I'm kind of glad there's no football tonight.
Yeah, give us time.
No football on TV. Yeah, I need a night off. Oh, I also have to go to my son's football game tonight.
Oh, yes, Tuesday night.
Yeah, it's 8th graders play on Tuesday night.
That's why they're doing it. You get the sense that the coach is like, you know what, let's do this on Tuesdays.
They want all eyes on them. They don't want anything to interfere with
But that's how it's always
football.
been. Right? It was either Tuesday or Thursday when I was a kid.
So their schedule is a handful of games on Tuesday and a handful of games on Wednesdays.
On Wednesday, so no Thursday. So Thursday's what?
Thursday night football.
The field is held out for. Your school doesn't share a field; it's their field, right?
It is.
So,
but they're playing like tonight. I think they're the only school in the district that has their own field. So tonight they're playing at a high school field.
See, that's one of the Thursday's JV games. So
I think that's what it is. Yeah. So I don't really know the mechanics of it, but I do know that there's a game tonight, and that's the only football I'll ingest tonight.
Is your team favored? What's the line on this?
I can't imagine that they are, based on what I've seen so far.
Okay.
Based on what I've seen so far, I don't feel.
Well, they're rounding into form. The district doesn't start for another couple weeks.
Right. We did meet the teacher yesterday.
Gosh, I both miss and I'm so glad I didn't have to all at the same time.
And I met the football coach, and we got to talking a little bit. And I was like, yeah, he's we didn't have football in Nevada, so this is his first time playing.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, oh, he never told me that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no.
And on the way home, I'm like, dude.
No, I get that.
Why would you not tell your
You're
football
in
coach?
8th grade. The best, your highest aspiration in 8th grade is to fall in line. No, I don't want to stand out. That's your highest aspiration. So, like, he's like, hey, coach, I've never done this before. It's a testament to him. No,
And he did say,
I get it.
He's like, I would have never
absolutely
guessed
get it.
that. And I was like, really? Okay. Well, it makes me concerned about the season. If you,
well, there is the other side of the fence. Like, what exactly are you coaching here?
Yeah,
but no, it's not surprising on your kids' end.
yeah, I can't imagine that. Like, I'm playing a game for the first time, and I'm like,
He's new to this school, and they're like, he's lined up with everybody else, and anybody else who's never done this before, think he's going to step out? No.
I don't know. That feels
he's
normal.
in 8th grade. No, in 8th grade, your highest aspiration is to blend in.
So do you just want everyone to think you suck?
No, because obviously he's right in with the rest. I mean, he doesn't. So obviously it's working for him.
I think
Act as if, brother.
This fake it till you make it.
Hey, man,
I mean,
that's 90% of success is faking it till you make it.
At some point, you got to be like, hey, man, I don't know what I'm doing. It'd be cool if you'd teach me.
Well,
that's
I mean,
the coach's
obviously
job.
he hasn't. Well, no, I was going to say there is a question there. I won't. We won't go on that side of the fence. But as far as your kid goes, in 8th grade, you want to blend in with the scenery.
I feel
I
like
ain't standing like I'd done nothing, but I'm just like these guys. Different.
I would want my coach to understand why
if I was lagging,
why I don't know where to stand, why I don't know what I'm doing.
Evidently, he's acting as if the coach didn't notice.
Well,
Now,
that's what the
we
coach
can
says.
question.
Yeah, I don't know.
We can question on the other side. Like, what do you mean you didn't
And what
know?
does he play, offense or defense?
He plays defensive end.
But I think you coach 8th grade like everybody's new to it anyway. You know what I
maybe
mean?
Maybe so. Now, he did say, like, the coach was like, well, he picked up tackling pretty quick.
Well, yeah.
You know, if that's the case.
See ball, hit ball. Yeah, that's not a. But the technique of a tackle or a guard, you're coaching from the basics no matter what in 8th grade. So I can see why it doesn't stand out.
Wow.
Does he know how to blitz?
He's
on the other side of the ball.
He doesn't know any. No, he's a defensive end.
Does he
I
know
thought he was a left tackle.
No, he did play in the scrimmage games. He was playing offensive line. He hates playing offensive line.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
because
remember you said
yeah.
But yeah, I think he's going to do a little. He'll probably do a little bit of both. But he has no idea what he's doing, and I mean, and then when I told him, I was like, dude, why would you not tell your coach like you don't know what you're doing? So maybe he could teach you some stuff.
Yeah.
Again, I think he is being taught just like everybody else. I was thinking when I had 8th grade teams, I ran the same drills whether they were high end or brand new. Same stuff.
All right. It just seems I don't know. I guess I didn't. There weren't any sports that I picked up late. So
it's not like he'd never seen a football before. I mean, he's seen enough of it to know how to act as if.
So okay, here's an example. I quit playing organized basketball in 6th grade.
But you continued to play the game.
Yes.
Right.
But had I shown up freshman year and seen a bunch of plays drawn up on a whiteboard, I would have had no idea what to do. None. I would have had no idea what any of that
basketball
meant.
sticks out a whole lot more. There's only 5, 10. It's obvious. If you're a left guard and you don't know which way to step, there's mayhem going on in an 8th grade practice. So, just find another jersey.
But
and
what
get
I'm
in the
saying
way.
is, I would want to know.
I
would want.
Again, I'm not going to question your kid's coach. That's why I'm saying all I know is from your kid's side of the fence in 8th grade. I wouldn't say nothing unless it was so evident that I was so bad at it that I need an excuse for this. But if I'm as good as the dude next to me, I'm not saying anything.
I'm the opposite. I would have been like, hey, I have no idea what any of this means. If you want me to be good at this, I need to know what that means.
I think you would say that at 18. I don't think you'd say that at 12. I've been around enough 8th graders. Their whole intent is I don't want to do anything that would get me made fun of. Anything. Like as soon as I'd step out of line, somebody gonna say something. No, I want to blend in. Let the other fool step out, and then I'll watch him. Seriously. So, or he's just kind of naturally good at it, man.
And then he gets to senior year, has no idea what he's doing, and they're like, hey, man,
yeah,
have you ever played before? And he's like,
for you.
No, not really.
Well, Welcome to high school.
No one
man.
ever showed me how to do that.
Kind of welcome to life.
Yeah.
It's an early adaptation. But I'm not surprised at that. And now I would start to look at your coach. I would like to see what else. Watch who you perceive as the best guy on the team and see what happens with him.
Okay.
See if you see him change from one game to the next, because they're obviously giving attention to somebody. So if they're giving it, let's see how it's working.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And it might not be a lineman. I mean, it might not be the quarterback. Like, watch the best lineman. See if they change.
I'll say I'm glad that I said it for him.
Yeah.
So that way maybe they start to say, okay, let's see if we can get something out of
He's
this.
probably not alone, man. I mean, there's probably 4 or 5 other kids on a 35-man team. There's probably 4 or 5 more that haven't ever played.
I'm sure there are.
So,
but I think those guys probably told someone.
Maybe not. Or, probably their kid and the parent walked in and, was one of them. But I can't imagine a kid unless he's a unique and far more mature for an 8th grader, which is a rare thing than most. You know what I mean? You know what, sir? I don't understand what I'm doing. Will you please pull me aside and make me an example? No.
But you don't go up after practice and say.
Well, no. Again, alone, that's one thing.
Okay.
But again, if I'm not being singled out, I'm hanging with the crowd. All I need to be is I don't need to be the slowest water buffalo or the slowest.
That's your goal.
Just don't get eaten by the lion in 8th grade. Yes, don't get eaten by the lion. Hang in the crowd.
Don't aspire to be the best.
No,
aspire not to be the worst.
No, you should be aspiring to it. And obviously, the kid isn't being left behind.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, but it's coming natural to him. I'm telling you, if he was that bad, the coach would go, "Oh yeah, him."
Yeah.
And he didn't do that.
Yeah, hold the water here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Maybe so.
Yeah. Oh, you're Hoffman. Okay.
Yeah, you're a Hoffman.
Well, the other worst case scenario is I get the kid that knows everything.
Yeah. Well,
and I'd much rather have kids that know nothing than the kid that has been there and done that. And my coach did, and I know how. And that.
Yeah, and I get that. And coaching 14, 15-year-olds at baseball, I got a lot of that.
By the time you get to 15, they know everything.
Yeah. But I will say I met the other defensive end last night.
Uh-huh.
He turns 15 in 2 weeks.
One of them.
And
like 9 foot tall.
I mean, he looks like a grown-up. And it's like
he parked right next to me.
And he was like, yeah, Holden's like, yeah, he's getting his learner's permit. And I'm like,
in 8th grade?
Dude, almost 15.
That's nuts. Man.
It is nuts.
No,
Did he flunk?
No, that's at this neighborhood. This is by design.
No, I don't think so.
You think we're a little slow on the uptake?
Yeah, because I heard because they were in front of us talking to the coach, and the coach was like, dude, he's like, you got to get your grades right. He's like, well, by the time grade check comes, you got to be at this and this.
Oh, yeah.
And he's like, I'll talk to the counselor. And I was like, oh, boy.
There we go.
Oh, boy.
No
he won't
pass,
be there
no
by
play.
then either. No.
Got a whole.
I would prepare for life without your 15-year-old 8th grader.
It's like Forrest Gump playing at Alabama.
Yeah, I don't think this ends like Forrest Gump. That's fiction.
Keep running. Keep running.
Nah, this isn't going to end well.
No, I don't think so either.
Just saying. If that's why it's
Jeez.
Dude, yeah, this dude is like, he's got an Edgar and an AirPod in while he's talking to the coach. I'm like, oh yeah, this kid.
Yeah, it's gonna end.
It's not. He ain't gonna finish the season.
This is who. Like, I'd much rather this kid be teaching my son than the coaches.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, you're gonna have to be a whole lot better if you're gonna be around, because if you're gonna be a 15-year-old, you better be my quarterback.
Yeah. No.
So they have student parking there?
Yeah. He's gonna park right next to the principal.
Probably driving a better car too.
What's funny, I was 16 years old when I started my senior year.
Me too.
So
I graduated at 17.
I graduated at 16.
You graduated at 16?
Oh,
I
wow.
graduated
And
at 17.
I turned 17 that July. Right
And it was a
after-
mistake. I'd much rather have been I was the last one to drive. I was always the last of everything.
I was
It
too,
sucked.
man.
I hated it.
But I also didn't want to did you want to do so hold yourself back a year?
No, certainly you want to be where you are, but in hindsight, I wish my parents would have waited, because they could have, But we were military, and I'd already been to enough of school, so we just carried on through. But I didn't like being the last, and my oldest was the same way.
I didn't get dumb until I found out about drugs and girls. So in third grade, I had the option to skip third grade. I was ahead of everybody, and my parents said no. And I was like,
prodigy?
I was a prodigy, and they said no, and I was so mad at him at the time. But then, as you get older, you realize, that would have meant I would have graduated. I would have started my senior year at 15 years old. That would have been a disaster.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There's a maturity level.
But I in my mind, I was never a small kid. I think that's the other thing my kid has going for him is he's not.
No, he's a big kid.
He's not a small kid, so he probably doesn't stick out that he has no idea what he's doing just because he's bigger and stronger than some of the kids. But
a lot of us,
but not 15-year-olds.
I grew up with a lot of Air Force types, and we all bounced around. And you land in a new town, and you kind of test, and you kind of land in the grade you test for. It wasn't.
Oh, really?
Well, kind of. In the Air
It's
Force,
like, you're too dumb to be in this.
Kind of. I mean, the military schools are good. I mean, there's a quality to them. So, so many of us bounced around. We were all in a 2-year difference. Some people were, right on grade level, somewhere a year behind, somewhere a year ahead, and it was, kind of due to age, but also because we all kind of bounced around at all these Air Force schools, all over the country. Yeah,
there was no I'll wait till the semester ends before I move. No.
Yeah, you're moving and testing and landed. So in my high school, a lot of us had a variance of about 2 years. There was a big, huge. So not everybody was the same age. There were a lot young. There were a lot of people like me that were young just because of how the calendar, and also how we tested all those years. All right, we got to get to work. We got yeah, I know. I'd rather just talk nonsense all day. We got to get to work though. There was a football match last night. We'll talk about that. The debut of J.J. McCarthy, and the. Well, it depends on which half we want to talk about. Yeah, the first half of Caleb Williams and the second half of Caleb Williams. We'll talk about all that and more. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star and AARP Texas are sending Cowboy fans to Jerry World to see America's team play all season long. How do you get in on the action? Head to sasportstar.com now and register to win. sasportstar.com. Live it up with the boys in the Big D from AARP Texas and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. We're still dealing with this trouble spot on 281 southbound Redland Road. A stalled, it's off to the shoulder. Another disabled vehicle, 35 northbound Ben Zengelman, again off to the right shoulder. Road work continues. I-10 eastbound. That off-ramp to UTSA Boulevard is blocked. And still working that wreck just north of New Braunfels on FM 306 northbound, right under 35, right underneath the bridge. There is an accident on the frontage road. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Mattress Firm. Need better sleep? Upgrade to a premium bed at Mattress Firm's best sale of the year. Let their sleep experts match you with the perfect mattress and get the rest you deserve. They make sleep easy.
The UTSA football program turns 15 years old. Join us for our 15th season celebration as the Roadrunners play host to UIW in the Hometown Showdown this Saturday at 2:30 p.m. at the Alamo Dome. Log on to goutsa.com/tickets or call the UTSA ticket office at 210-458-8872 to purchase your tickets today. It's the Roadrunners hosting the Cardinals this Saturday in the Dome. Be there, because when we win, San Antonio wins.
George gets justice. You've heard the national lawyer ads. Same story, different name. But when you've been through something traumatic in San Antonio, you need a local team who fights for real results. That's why so many get George at George Salinas Injury Lawyers. George is from here, listens to people, and fights to help them get their maximum compensation. Call 210-225-0909 or visit getgeorge.com. George gets justice. GetGeorge.com. Principal Office, San Antonio.
Flight by Yuengling is the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yuengling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yuengling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yuengling and Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
Mom, it's It's like the 80s in here. It's so hot.
It's totally in the 80s. Our AC is bogus.
Call Right Home Services.
At Right Home Services, we love the 80s, just not on your thermostat. Don't get stuck with a bogus AC. The right AC services, the right team, and the right price. 210-444.
Oh, the right stuff. Now we can chill, Mom.
You like saving money, right? We all do. That's why Allstate just lowered the price of car insurance. Not, but wait, there's a catch. Lower. Actually lower. So if you're shopping around or just want to see how much you could save, check Allstate first for a new lower auto rate that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate. Not available in every state. Only applicable for new auto insurance business. Rates will vary by several factors, including how you purchase the policy. Potential savings vary. Allstate North American Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Are you looking to hire? ZipRecruiter finds the best candidate for your job fast. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free timeshare exit information kit. 800-761-0000. That's 800-761-0000.
Paid for by Wesley Financial Group.
Football is back, and Underdog is the best place to make picks and win money all season long, and you can play here in Texas. Hi, Jason Minix here from The Blitz. Love playing on Underdog because it's easy. You just pick whether you think your players are going to go higher or lower on particular stats like touchdowns, receiving yards, interceptions, rushing yards. Get your picks right, and you can win up to 5,000 times your cash, and you can play for as little as $1. So download the Underdog app. Sign up today with promo code STAR to score $50 in bonus funds when you play your first $5. That's promo code STAR. Millions of fans have won billions of dollars making picks on Underdog. Will you be next? Again, promo code STAR on Underdog. Make picks, win money. Must be 18 plus and present in Texas. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit ncpgambling.org.
Now is the best time to buy a Connecticut water softener. With current models being closed out to make way for the new ones, you can save big. Call Connecticut at 656-PURE and tell them Dave Ramsey sent you. That's 656-PURE.
It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
When you hear this, Rob, how's it make you feel?
Very nostalgic.
Yeah.
He's from Killeen.
Really?
He grew up in Killeen, yeah. I mean, the band was formed in Athens, Georgia, but Michael Stipe, his father was Army, and he's Army brat.
Is this knockoff U2?
No, very different.
Okay.
Very different.
It sounds knockoff, right?
Not even close for the discerning. But, you know.
I thought that I heard you laughing.
Michael Stipe, that's a great band. It really was for their day.
You getting emotional?
No.
Oh, okay. I thought you were.
I was listening to the song.
Okay.
I hadn't heard it in a minute. It's on my playlist. It just hadn't popped up in a minute.
And I don't know if I can do it. Vic, you've said too much.
All right.
Rob?
Yeah.
You haven't said enough.
You know, they one of their videos, they recorded here in San Antonio when 10 was completed and not opened, when it was double-deckered between 410 and downtown. They had the two double-decker. When Michael Stipe and the band released, REM released the Everybody Hurts, the video they recorded was shot here in San Antonio. They needed people stuck at a traffic jam, and because of the shade and the highway hadn't opened yet, they decided they'd shoot the video. So they had an open casting call. People come and basically be in the video, come and park basically all day long.
Yeah, that could have been
on the
you.
highway. No, I didn't want to, but I remember when they shot it. So when you see the video, if you ever do see a video of Everybody Hurts, it was shot here in San Antonio.
Look at that.
Wow.
The more you know.
The more you know.
You didn't want to be in a
I was
REM
a huge
video,
fan, but I'm not going to go sit in a park and sit in, it was hot.
Well, yeah.
If I recall, it was during the summer. But, yeah.
It's too damn hot to be sitting out there. No, I don't blame you. But, I mean, you are the person who tries to get on Hard Knocks every time.
I did,
but
yeah.
This was your big chance.
I don't think I think they were looking for unique types. They were looking for vatos and, they were looking for, I don't think they were looking for a white dude sitting in a
Vic should have done it.
A Toyota Celica.
Yeah, you should have rolled.
Like, they were looking for the trick trucks. I mean, they were looking for, when you go look at the video, it wasn't like just average dude in a Toyota Corolla.
Yeah, you should have rolled up in your lowrider with your little tiny wheels.
That's what, your slam truck.
Oh,
yeah.
I did have McLean's on.
So they were looking for you. They weren't looking for me.
I had a mini truck, too. With the
That's what I'm saying. It was that one.
Yeah.
The mini truck.
Tilted bed, you said?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Did you have it like,
Yeah,
was it slammed down? Did you have your
yeah.
subs in the back?
Yeah, I had.
See, you were the dude they were looking for.
I've never understood the tilted bed. Like, what's the whole purpose of that?
None.
It's just something that costs you money to have put in?
Basically, yeah. It was cheap, though. I mean, obviously, I know a lot of welders, right? So I was like, hey, can you hook up this?
Obviously.
Yeah.
That's so racist.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
It comes
yes,
from
it
a
is.
family of tradesmen.
If it's true, it's not racist.
So
that is. That's not the case, friend.
Know a lot of welders.
Okay.
So anyway,
obviously,
so you had it tilted.
Yeah, it just tilted back and then tilted forward. It didn't dance around
So
or anything. Yeah.
You didn't actually use it to deliver concrete or caliche or anything like that.
No,
it was just for decoration.
Yeah, we had to cut the gas tank thing and
dude,
put a battery.
You would have been the
there.
ideal candidate to be in the Everybody Hurts.
Yeah.
You could have showed up in a wife beater and a hairnet, and you could have been in.
Everybody hurts.
So put us on the map.
Yeah, oh man, at least one of the three of us would be famous. Could have been you, Vic. Should have been you.
It should have been me.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you know who was famous for a little while last night was Caleb Williams.
For 30 glorious minutes.
Caleb Williams, look, I thought I was gonna have egg on my face because Caleb Williams was suddenly he started out 10 of 10.
Yeah, it was 10 of 10.
And
moving the ball, getting out of the pocket,
man,
correct reads.
Did he turn into a good football player? And then halftime came, and Caleb adjusted at halftime back into Caleb Williams.
Well,
but his halftime adjustment was, Coach, I'm going to turn back into me.
Caleb's Ron Burgundy. He can read the script. That's it.
Yes.
I mean, the script, you're going to have to change the script because he ain't going to adjust. And he got adjusted.
Yeah, it did not look the same in the second half.
There was a moment, and I think they ended up actually scoring. Forgive me if I'm wrong. It was late in the game. And wide receivers wide open in the left flat, wide open. And Caleb sees him a little late and wings it to about 3 yards out of bounds. It was just a terrible pass. They had a chance for a touchdown. I do think that's right after the defensive, he got punched in the face. They get it down to the 1. They end up scoring on the drive. But there was the incomplete pass prior to that. And it was that pass to me showed – that's where you're not – that's your problem right there. That misplay was a lack of prep. It wasn't anything else. We saw he's gifted by God. The guy can
really
wing
is,
it. He can spin it like anybody else.
And he can move pretty well.
Yeah, so first half showed us what you're capable of when you're paying attention and on script. But when you miss a pass like that, that's lack of film work. That's lack of prep. That's lack of attention to detail of just being a professional quarterback and planting your feet and doing the things correctly from the bottom up. All those little things that led you to this, that's what showed me you don't do the work.
Well,
that throw.
I mean, listen, I don't care enough about the Bears to watch it with a stopwatch like on replay, but at the beginning of the game, they were talking about he had the most sacks taken last year when he held the ball for at least 5 seconds. And they were like, there's been this big focus.
Mm-hmm.
So I was watching that aspect. he still holds the ball forever.
He does.
And like his offensive line is better than it was a year ago, so it gives him a little bit more time before he gets sacked, but he still holds the ball for so long.
And it's
not sustainable.
Well, it's not like the net result is 8 more yards. He still ends up checking down to the dude.
Yeah.
I mean, these are still short, crisp passes in Lee Corso's, dialect. That's what's the plan all offseason, was to speed his play up. And even him sped up is slow. I mean, he's making the right throw, at least in the first half. He was hitting his dudes correctly, but he was probably a second behind the clock. It felt like most of the night, and it caught up with him.
Well, there was another quarterback on the other side of the field making his NFL debut. We'll talk about the first look at J.J. McCarthy on the other side. It's the Morning Huddle on 94.1.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. We're still dealing with this trouble spot on 281 southbound Redland Road. A stalled. It's off to the shoulder. Another disabled vehicle, 35 northbound Ben Zengelman, again off to the right shoulder. Road work continues. I-10 eastbound. That off-ramp to UTSA Boulevard is blocked. And still working that wreck just north of New Braunfels on FM 306 northbound, right under 35, right underneath the bridge. There is an accident on the frontage road. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Staples.
Ryan Seacrest with you, and this is your savings tip for summer. Shop Staples for school supplies as low as 25 cents. Plus, more great deals for teachers and students on top brands and trending styles. Kind of makes me wish I was in school again. Staples, that was easy.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell, definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free timeshare exit information kit. 800-761-0000. That's 800-761-0000.
Paid for by Wesley Financial Group.
Don't you agree that it's a wonderful thing to save a dog's life? I certainly do, and I invite you to go to puppyfoodbank.org and make a $15 a month donation right now. Do it now, and Thomas J. Henry will generously match all charitable donations made this month online at puppyfoodbank.org. It's your chance to help save thousands of pets in our community, so please give a little to help save little guys like you. So please go to puppyfoodbank.org right now, and they'll send you a very nice gift.
Guys, this season it's game on at Synergenics and Low T Center, the MVPs of testosterone replacement therapy. Ready to tackle low energy and achieve your health goals like a pro? We've got the winning game plan with personalized TRT. Book a free consultation and automatically entered for a chance to win autographed sports memorabilia or tickets to a major sporting event. Female patients also eligible. For more information or to book your appointment, go to trtmvp.com. That's trtmvp.com.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ziprecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ziprecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ziprecruiter.com/radio. ziprecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
When your business needs an electrician, for over 35 years, the family-owned Hill Electric has served San Antonio. Powered by relationships with dedicated estimators who analyze the issue, research cost-effective solutions, and clearly communicate the options without charging you a dime. A proven process that allows you to continue focusing on your unique purpose. Call Hill Electric at 210-404-9074. That's 404-9074. Or hill-electric.com.
Hey, want to hear something great? Right now at Wendy's, you can get 2 of the #1 selling bacon cheeseburger in all fast food, the JBC, plus medium fries and a medium soft drink for just $8. Want to hear something else great? Double the burger means double the bacon. Now that's a game changer. 2 of the #1 bacon cheeseburgers with fries and a drink for just $8. Gotta be Wendy's.
Limited time only. U.S. price and participation may vary. Request $8 JBC meal deal to obtain discount. Individual items at regular price.
If you've been injured in an accident, you know there's no shortage of attorneys who want your business. But when it comes to results, the numbers speak for themselves. Thomas J. Henry secured over $1 billion for clients in the past 4 years. We've successfully represented thousands of injured Texans, earning over 12,000 5-star reviews on Google. So who is the right attorney for you? Just look at the numbers. Thomas J. Henry, the name you know, the firm you trust. San Antonio, Texas.
At Progressive, we understand the bond you have with your boat. It's why people name theirs.
I named my boat Sure Don't. Get it? The other day when my friend said, "Hey Larry, you want to head back in? It looks like it might rain." I said, "Sure don't." I guess they didn't get it because they didn't laugh.
Whatever you call your boat, protect it by insuring it with Progressive, America's #1 boat insurer. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. #1 rating based on boat market share data from ratefilings.com.
From kickoff to cash out, ESPN Bet has the tools you need to score more on game days. Bet smarter with stats at your fingertips. Get personalized parlays built just for you. And with your fantasy team synced right in the app, you can back your squad. Right now, new customers get $100 in bonus bets when you bet $10. Sign up with promo code USL to get started. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
San Antonio Sports Stars 50K Pro Football Pick'em giveaway is back. Head to USASportsStar.com and pick the winners of each pro football game every week to earn points for each correct pick. Highest points each week wins a $25 gift card to Mellow Mushroom. Highest points overall scores $1,000 worth of tickets from A Awesome Tickets. Pick the winning ticket of every regular season game. Win the grand prize, $50,000. This is an Audience National contest across multiple markets. The 50K Pro Football Giveaway. Register and win at SASportsStar.com.
Hi, this is Joe Reinagle. You're listening to the home of the Texas Rangers, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Rob Zombie, the Michael Stipe of his generation.
Talk about a photo negative, just the hair alone.
He's the Astro Beast.
And Stipe bald.
Way cooler, I think, than Michael Stipe.
And each in their own idiom.
I don't know. What do you think, Vic? Which one would you want to hang out with?
Neither.
That's true.
Yeah.
Kind of right there.
You're
Kinda
scared.
little weird. Oh,
You're scared of him. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm terrified.
You're scared of everything. I don't know how this dude survives. Like, Vic is like the cats outside. He's just scared. Everything scares him.
The paranoid cat eating.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't. Something's coming. Something's
Yeah,
coming.
let me tell you. I have one surviving chicken out of 25.
Out of 20?
Out of 25 that began last April. And that is the most paranoid chicken on earth.
Oh, I would.
There's a reason why.
Is it a rooster or a regular?
We call her Ranger.
Okay.
Ranger lives on the property. She's now free range. And she lives in constant fear. And because she lives in constant fear, she's still here.
So what about...
Even paranoids have enemies.
Are there any chickens in the pen currently?
No, not currently, although we have 25 fresh baits growing.
Okay.
So we have 25 on their way.
I would say you guys have spent, I don't even know. How many hours do you think you've spent on that chicken pen?
Oh, not me. This is my pop's passion
between
project.
you and your dad combined working on it.
Hundreds. I mean, we've reconfigured, we've rebuilt. It's a I don't know. It's my father's abiding passion.
And it's an empty chicken pen right now.
Well, yeah, the pen's empty. It soon will be occupied.
Okay.
Dude, since you've seen it, it's been completely reconfigured. We're well beyond that. I've got a new house that we've built in prep.
This could actually be so if this chicken thing doesn't work out, this is going to turn into a hotel. Is what they're like. This is how much work has gone into it.
No, it is. Well, it wouldn't be so much a hotel, maybe a prison.
Okay.
I got hundreds of feet of chicken wire running. Hundreds of feet. And we'll see how it goes.
The thing about prisons is it's really good at keeping people in. It seems that's not your biggest problem.
We keep the chickens in. It's the things that are breaking in.
Right. It's not keeping things out. You need to build a fortress, not a prison.
I'm just along for the ride on this one.
Okay.
But yeah, we got 25. In fact, we're sitting at dinner last night. My pop turns and says, my breed pin's gotten awfully small. I'm going to need to build a bigger one. I'm like, Pop, you're the one who bought the chickens. It's not getting small. You keep buying more chickens. But I can't believe how small it is. Well, you bought 25 chickens. It's gonna feel small.
It's gonna look.
You should have kept it at 10.
I gotta say, man, your dad is he's a dedicated dude, because I would have already given up on this project. This feels like it's just been disaster
Our
after
hilltop.
disaster.
The thing about where we are is we've actually helped the neighbors in that there's no need for the coyotes, the bobcats, the raccoons to go anywhere else. They're getting fed at our place.
Yeah.
So everybody else's cats and their crops, whatever they might be, they're protected because our coyotes just have a chicken a week. They just hang out. So everybody else is fine, and we just got some fat and happy. We got the slowest, fattest coyotes on the planet.
Yeah. Well, hey, man.
So, we're just protecting
they know the right place to be.
My neighbor keeps those pygmy goats that are about $5,000 each, so they're safe because the coyotes just get a chicken a week.
Well, hey, man. As long as you're doing your part,
we're here to help
in the circle of life.
As long as the coyotes don't mess with the roses, everything's good.
Do not touch those.
You mess with the roses, it's all over.
That's right.
But you take a chicken or two, that's fine.
The Vikings get a comeback win last night. J.J. McCarthy in his debut. I don't think a quarterback has had that kind of pressure in his debut in a minute. Think about what he had to do last night. On the road, first year in, replacing a guy who came from nowhere, standing in. Is it the coach? Is it the system? Is it the player? He stepped in and in the first half laid a freaking egg, picked six, did everything he could have done wrong, and then dialed in. I don't think I've ever seen that before. And he set a couple of records, not since Steve Young's debut. And it was kind of the same thing, where Young debuted, not a ranked rookie, actually had played some games in another league and sat on the bench. But like McCarthy, got to sit and watch and stepped in, and the moment was certainly not too big. Yeah, I don't know what to make of him coming out of that game, because I didn't feel like he was particularly good.
No.
I felt like he got really lucky that the Bears handed him the game.
Well, there are 3 touchdowns thrown in the fourth quarter, and whether it's
2 ran and 1 or 2 thrown, 1 ran, yeah.
But whether they were given or they were taken, you just don't see that. And while he was loose, he was staring down his receivers. He wasn't very accurate. So that first half was as bad as it could have been. And to fix yourself in the fourth quarter, now certainly it takes 2 to tango, and the Bears had to give him some stuff. But think about the number of quarterbacks that you've seen that went on to be rather successful that you knew there was no way they were going to dig out of that hole. I mean, it was a foregone conclusion. They're going to have to look at some tape and right their brain. But McCarthy did it in game. You just don't see that very often.
So now that we've seen all of the quarterbacks from that 2023 NFL draft, or 2020.
It's 2 years
ago. NFL draft. If you were redrafting them with Caleb Williams, Jaden Daniels, Drake May, Michael Penix, J.J. McCarthy, and Bo Nix, the 6 first-round quarterbacks.
It'd be Daniels, Nix.
I want to know where Caleb Williams would go.
He is. I will say this. Last night, at least in the first half, if the script is right, he's going to be all right. The moment that he's adjusted to, or he has to adjust things, are south. He's bottom 2, bottom 3. I mean,
he's certainly that. He might be last.
But that first half, we did see 10 for 10, and you say, this kid is touched by God. Now, at the same time, I talked about you could see the lack of preparation from his feet to his head to his understanding of the game late. So I'm not sure if he can fix it, but he's down there at the bottom. It's unfortunate, but a lot of guys have fallen down there.
Well, I still don't know what to make of him. I think everything's lined up for him to do well. I mean, he's got the right coach with him.
Like I said, if the game plan's good and you got a little momentum, he was a hell of a quarterback for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
I mean, he really was.
Maybe they should get a first-half quarterback and a second-half quarterback.
Well, you could say
like a relief pitcher.
At least there's that. After a year of taking the abuse, they did improve the line. My opinion of him didn't go down last night. I mean,
really?
No. Again, he went 10 for 10.
Oh, that's true, yeah.
And guided his team just about flawlessly for 30 minutes. Now, things collapsed, and we'll see if he can right the ship. But my opinion is actually kind of improved. I know he's fully capable. Now, can his brain do it? And I don't know if that'll ever be the case. Again, I refer back to missing that throw. That was, dude, that just goes back to your inability, or you're just unprepared. You could tell you're not dialed in. You didn't do enough film work. Your feet weren't right. You weren't prepared for a moment that was gifted to you. And great players are always ready for that, and you weren't.
All right, we'll be right back. Wrap up hour number 1 of the program. Morning Huddle 94.1.
Dr. Jacob Torres is my doctor. In fact, today is my annual physical. I'm going to go see him, make sure my health is on tap. Though the first time I met him some 9 years ago, I was not in a very good position. Weighed nearly 300 pounds, didn't like the way I looked or felt. Dr. Torres changed my life on that day, and I still continue to go see him. People ask all the time, you actually changed from your general practitioner to Dr. Torres' office? I said, yes. The term Institute for Functional Health that he gave his locale is perfect, because not only am I healthy, I feel good. I'm functionally healthy. Can you say that about yourself? Can you look in the mirror and go, I feel good today because of all the things my doctor's taken the time to help me do? If you can say that, carry on. If not, I want you to call Dr. Torres today, especially if it's time to lose some weight. He made his bones doing this kind of stuff because he understands what it was required to lose weight the old-fashioned way. He helps you along the way, supplies all that's needed, but he will help you change your life for the good in ways that you will never come back from, that you will always live. I am a living proof. Down 75 pounds at last count. I'll tell you more tomorrow. If it's time for you to change your life, do it now. Call him today. The number is 210-468-1891. His website is iffhealth.com. Go there. Trust me. He'll open your eyes with the question he asks you. If it's time to change your life, call Dr. Jacob Torres at the Institute for Functional Health, and I promise you're going to come on by and thank me later.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Stars Golf Classic is back, baby. Get the crew together. Guys, gals, the whole gang. And join us Monday, September 29th at Olympia Hills Golf Club for a laid-back day full of swings, laughs, and a little friendly trash talk. It's just $120 per player or $400 for a foursome. A steal for a day on a beautiful course with your buddies. Proceeds benefit the Community Foundation of the Hill Country. But don't worry. This the course will keep the party rolling at the Break Room Bar off Pat Booker Road, where the drinks are cold, the food is hot, and the stories are even better. Get ready to tee off on the best Monday you'll have all year. Grab your spot now at sasportstar.com.
Smoky Mo's Texas Barbecue is the best neighborhood barbecue in San Antonio, with smoked in-house meats, home-style sides, and specials like pork belly burnt ends, and our famous fully loaded chopped baker. The Texas barbecue you love is at Smoky Mo's. Order a Smoky Mo's tailgate pack or create your own. Choose your meats like brisket, turkey, or sausage, and sides kicked up a notch like roasted green corn and bacon cheddar potatoes. Smoky Mo's, with 8 convenient locations. Orders for pickup or delivery at SmokyMo'sBarbecue.com.
Do Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms keep coming back? Tremfya guselkumab may help, with rapid remission achieved at 12 weeks and lasting clinical remission at 1 year. Some even saw visible improvement of their intestinal lining at 12 weeks and 1 year. Tremfya is a prescription medicine used to treat adults with moderately to severely active Crohn's disease and adults with moderately to severely active ulcerative colitis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Healing is possible with Tremfya. Approximately 3 out of 10 patients were in endoscopic remission at 1 year, based on areas visualized on colonoscopy, which may not represent the deeper bowel layer or entire GI tract. Individual results may vary. Ask your doctor about Tremfya today. Call 1-800-526-7736 to learn more or visit tremfyaradio.com.
Coach Saban here. On the field or on your walls, coverage matters. That's why I go with Behr Marquee Interior Paint and Primer from the Home Depot.
Exceptional hide, advanced stain blocking, and over 1,000 colors to choose from. Behr Marquee delivers one-coat coverage that stands up to real life. One-coat coverage, no overtime. Behr Marquee, only at the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Valid only when tinted to colors from the Behr Marquee Interior One-Coat Hide Collection.
This college football season, the Crunch Time Hero of the Week is brought to you by PorkRinds.com, the nation's premier hub for pork rind lovers everywhere. Each week, a college player will post on Instagram, and each share over a 2-week period equals a $1 donation to the Archer Foundation, which helps families who are dealing with DIPG, DMG, pediatric brain cancer. Giving back with the perfect snack to celebrate those big Crunch Time plays. Find your rind at PorkRinds.com or find Southern Recipe pork rinds at H-E-B.
From kickoff to cash out, ESPN Bet has the tools you need to score more on game days. Bet smarter with stats at your fingertips. Get personalized parlays built just for you. And with your fantasy team synced right in the app, you can back your squad. Right now, new customers get $100 in bonus bets when you bet $10. Sign up with promo code USL to get started. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free timeshare exit information kit. 800-761-0000. That's 800-761-0000.
Paid for by Wesley Financial Group.
Buyers Barricades is proud to provide traffic control, rental, and sales for work zones and events in the San Antonio area and beyond. Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. Learn more online at buyersbarricades.com. That's buyersbarricades.com.
If you get arrested, get out of jail fast by calling AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text bail to 474747 or online at mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else. Don't be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you one, make sure you understand the conditions before accepting it. AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They have payment plans. Call 210-225-2121 or mybestbailbonds.com.
License number 149. If you're 55 or older and into that whole saving money thing, T-Mobile has an exclusive phone and internet bundle just for you. Right now, get 2 unlimited phone lines plus 5G home internet for just $30 each per month with autopay, plus taxes and fees. And with 5G home internet, setup is easy with just 1 cord and no technician needed, which is great if you're also into that whole keeping it simple thing. Switch now and experience the best mobile network in the U.S. Visit your local store to start saving. T-Mobile, it's better over here.
Based on analysis by Ookla of speed test intelligence data Q4 2024 to Q1 2025. Ookla trademarks used under license. Unlimited on our network. Customers on voice plan may notice speeds lower than other customers and further reduction if using more than 50 gigs a month due to data prioritization. Video streams and SD on this plan. Home internet pricing after $20 a monthly bill credit plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. See 5G device coverage and access details at T-Mobile.com.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Everything but the girl.
This is exactly what I was expecting to hear here.
Yeah.
Vic's going down memory lane. He's got some old school pictures he's popping up there on the screen.
I found a few.
Yeah.
I found a couple.
Reliving his glory days.
Back with no worries, no kids.
Oh, man.
The salad days.
Yes.
And that's when I was cruising around, gas was 89 cents a gallon. And that's all I needed to worry about was getting $10 to cruise.
You had that lowrider truck. Those ground effects must have. I know you like big ass girls, so those things must have been scraping on the streets.
I needed to have extra suspension on my truck. Yeah, for sure.
That's why Vic had hydraulics. He had to drive with them up. Otherwise, those gals.
That's how I dropped them off at home. Just lift them up and then
dump them out. Dump them out of the back.
Yeah.
They roll out.
Call me later.
Got to get them digits.
Oh, man. Hey, we have got some Toadies tickets to give away. They're playing in December at the Aztec Theater. We've got tickets for that, and we've got UTSA tickets to give away today. And we've got, guess what, guys? It's week 2. So we've got preview of week 2 of the NFL coming up. including Vaquero de Dallas in a divisional battle with the New York Football Giants. We'll talk about that. Plenty more coming up. Got 3 hours more to get with you, friends. It's the Morning Huddle on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
When you think San Antonio sports, think 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Your home for the Cowboys. KTFM Floresville and SASportsStar.com.
This report is sponsored by Aleve. Life doesn't wait, and neither should you. Aleve can help you deal with pain less throughout your day. With just one pill, Aleve lasts up to 12 hours. Don't let those aches and pains hold you back from doing what's important to you. Use as directed.
The UTSA football program turns 15 years old. Join us for our 15th season celebration as the Roadrunners play host to UIW in the Hometown Showdown this Saturday at 2:30 p.m. at the Alamo Dome. Log on to goutsa.com/tickets or call the UTSA ticket office at 210-458-8872 to purchase your tickets today. It's the Roadrunners hosting the Cardinals this Saturday in the Dome. Be there, because when we win, San Antonio wins.
And Doug. Limu and I always tell you to customize your car insurance and save hundreds with Liberty Mutual. But now, we want you to feel it. Cue the emu music, Limu.
Save yourself money today. Increase your wealth. Customize and save, we say.
That may have been too much feeling.
Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Savings vary. Underwritten by Liberty Mutual Insurance Company and affiliates. Excludes Massachusetts.
Mom, it's like the 80s in here. It's so hot.
It's totally in the 80s. Our AC is bogus.
Call Right Home Services.
At Right Home Services, we love the 80s, just not on your thermostat. Don't get stuck with a bogus AC. The right AC services, the right team, and the right price. 210-444.
The right stuff. Now we can chill, Mom.
Constipation with belly pain that keeps coming back and back and back. If your symptoms keep coming back, talk to your doctor. It could be irritable bowel syndrome with constipation or IBS-C. Linzess could help you get ahead of it. Linzess linaclotide is a prescription medicine that treats IBS-C in adults. It's not a laxative. It's a once-daily pill that helps you get ahead of your symptoms. It's proven to help you have more frequent and complete bowel movements and helps relieve overall abdominal symptoms, belly pain, discomfort, and bloating. These symptoms were studied in combination, not individually. Do not give Linzess to children less than 2. It may harm them. Do not take Linzess if you have a bowel blockage. Get immediate help if you develop unusual or severe stomach pain, especially with bloody or black stools. The most common side effect is diarrhea, sometimes severe. If it's severe, stop taking Linzess and call your doctor right away. Other side effects include gas, stomach area pain, and swelling. Talk to your doctor and say yes to Linzess. Learn more at linzess.com or call 1-800-LINZESS.
You know the Roo Pub is proven to be the best place to watch games with those 3 massive 170-inch screens and TVs all around. All the games, all the fights, and when you show up at the Roo Pub, show up hungry. The food is fantastic. Open daily at 11. Great for lunch, great for dinner, great for late at night, and the best place to watch a game. Just down from the big blind, right next to the Angry Elephant. The Roo Pub, 281 in Redland Road. We'll see you at the Roo.
At Progressive, we understand the bond you have with your boat. It's why people name theirs.
I named my boat Sure Don't. Get it? The other day when my friend said, "Hey Larry, you want to head back in? It looks like it might rain." I said, "Sure don't." I guess they didn't get it because they didn't laugh.
Whatever you call your boat, protected by insuring it with Progressive, America's #1 boat insurer. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. #1 rating based on boat market share data from ratefilings.com.
What would you do if you had a little bit more money to do it?
I'd go to law school.
I'd open a bakery.
I'd travel to visit my grandparents I haven't seen in 10 years.
We all have things we want to do in life, and there are people who want to help you do them. So how do we best ask for that help? GoFundMe. GoFundMe is the #1 fundraising platform. 200 million people have used GoFundMe to support people doing things like furthering their education, starting a small business, or bringing people together in support of a cause. No matter what your goals are, GoFundMe helps you take an important step toward them. GoFundMe is free to set up and manage, easy to use, and designed to help you reach your goals.
The community was so supportive in helping me finally open my bakery. Now, every day I wake up and get to do what I love. And it all started with GoFundMe.
What would you do if you had the money to do it? Get started today with GoFundMe. Start your GoFundMe today at GoFundMe.com/power. That's GoFundMe.com/power. GoFundMe.com/POWER. This is a commercial message brought to you by GoFundMe with actors voicing experiences inspired by our users.
We love high school football and a team you can always count on. Quartermoon Plumbing, Heat, and AC. Quartermoon is here to tackle the toughest challenges, from plumbing mishaps to AC troubles, with the same dedication and passion that drives a winning touchdown. Our playbook is simple: fair prices, expert service, and a commitment to local families. Quartermoon Plumbing, Heat, and AC, your winning solution for a comfortable home. Proudly serving our community with local hospitality. From the penthouse to the outhouse to the schoolhouse, call Quartermoon Plumbing, Heat, and AC.
License number TACLA 141074E M16004.
Lowe's knows that free makes everything better. That's why our rewards members get free standard shipping on the things they need and want, starting at Silver Key status every day. Savings for rewards members add up fast, so why wait? Join for free today. Lowe's, we help, you save. Not available in Alaska and Hawaii. Exclusions and more terms apply. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. Details at lowes.com/shipping terms. Subject to change.
Flight by Yingling. It's the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yingling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yingling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yingling and Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. As you head into your commute, we're definitely starting to slow down now. Loop 410 northbound, south 10 to 35, rolling slowly. It's about 15 minutes, 37 northbound from south 10 on up to Southeast Military Drive. Also noticing delays, 35 northbound, South Cross to Highway 90, on 90, eastbound General McMullen, on over to 35. That's also rolling slowly. Also, we've got this road work on I-10 eastbound, that off-ramp to UTSA Boulevard. It's blocking the exit ramp. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
San Antonio Sports Center.
The NFL delivered yet another thriller as the Minnesota Vikings came from behind in a thrilling victory to beat the Bears 27-24 on Monday night. In Cowboy news, after uncertainty after Sunday's game, Giants head coach Brian Daboll told reporters that he intends to start Russell Wilson on Sunday when they play the Cowboys in Dallas's home opener. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
This Sports Center update brought to you by Twin Peaks.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
7:02 on the Morning Huddle, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Welcome in. Fred says he wants some of those UFC tickets for Saturday. We'll be there.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we're going to go up tomorrow. Tomorrow's media day. Got some interviews lined up.
Do we have a translator?
No. They gave us some English speakers. Okay. Yeah.
No, I mean, that's a serious question.
We're not looking at you, Vic. These guys speak Portuguese.
Oh.
Yeah,
I don't know Portuguese.
Brazilian.
Portuguese. You don't know that.
There's a lot of zhows and zhishes and zhows and zhish. And that's the women.
Obrigado. Obrigado, Mr. Roboto. I don't think that's how the song goes, but it should.
Domo origato.
No, obrigado. That's...
Obrigado.
You don't speak Portuguese.
You don't speak French.
I actually did get a Portuguese... Rosetta Stone at one point, and I did it for like 6 months, and then it was just so frustrating because I was literally the only guy at my gym who spoke English for about a year and a half. And I tried, but it's hard enough to learn how to fight and then also like and not worry about. That's why they're like, oh, if this guy learned how to speak English, it's like, dude, it's really hard to like.
The problem with Portuguese is it's just close enough to Spanish and Italian and with a Latin base that you're almost there, but not there.
You're not there.
No matter how close you think you are, you're thinking in the wrong idiom. That was the hardest language to even be around.
Yeah,
with Brazilian or Portuguese.
The Dallas Cowboys begin their preparation for Week 2 against the New York Giants, and it sounds like they will be preparing to see Russell Wilson. I guess the first thing I'll ask is, are you surprised that the Giants are sticking with Russ? No panic after 1 week.
Well, I think there's reason to kind of panic. I mean, the offense looked awful. It was terrible. And then you juxtapose Danny Dimes doing what he did with the Colts, and you start to not only question the quarterback, you might start questioning the system. We got another quarterback in here, and he can't do it either. So I think there's a lot there, and I think that Dable certainly has to save a little bit of his own face by having Russell Wilson be moderately successful in this system, despite the fact that the last two that Wilson was a part of, he wasn't able to lift. So I do know how the chapter in this book ends. It's going to end soon, but I can see why you go one more game.
Who do you think is under more pressure in Week 2, the Cowboys or the Giants?
Oh, the Cowboys.
You think so?
Oh, in the shade of the Micah trade?
Considering the Giants, Brian Daboll might be fired.
Yeah, Dable's under a lot more pressure, but as the teams, the Giants just hit rock bottom. I mean, they had to fall to catch dart. Now their trajectory is up, and it won't involve most of the people that are on this team when they finally get to where they're going. So now there's not a lot of pressure for the Giants to go down to Dallas and win. Now Dallas better win a home game against the Giants and Russell Wilson. I can tell you that, especially against the shade or the shadow of the Micah trade. Yeah, there's more pressure on the Cowboys.
Yeah, I think the Cowboys need this one pretty bad.
Shoddy everybody. Yeah, a lot of pressure.
Cowboys 5.5-point favorites, which
I mean, given the offense we saw against that Philadelphia defense, that granted is not what it was last year, but it's still Philly. I think that's probably a logical line.
Okay. Yeah, I'm. What were the? Well, no, I don't know that it is because weren't the Giants 6.5 at Washington?
Yeah, but the Giants didn't do anything to improve that thing. That offense was awful. So 5.5. I mean, I'm not going to give the Cowboys a full touchdown, but that seems about right.
Okay.
Because the Cowboys' offense, looked pretty damn good. They were able to move the ball against a good defense.
Good defense that lost their best player right away.
Yeah.
I am curious to see. That is one thing I am curious to see because the one thing the Giants really have going for them is they have a pass rush.
Yeah.
And that is going to really test this offensive line in a way that the Eagles didn't really do last week.
Or didn't have the manpower. So, but I don't think the Cowboys are going to need to be nearly as good offensively, or defensively as they were against Philly.
Surely
they don't have to bring nearly that kind of game.
Here's Coach Schottenheimer talking about that Giants front. Maybe.
It's a humbling business, man. They know that. They each week has its own challenges, Todd, and this is an incredible front coming in here. They've obviously added, Abdul Carter, high draft pick, good player, but with, Dexter inside and Burns and Thibodeau and, I'm big Bobby Okereke fan. I think he's a hell of a football player, and but I was proud of the guys last game. Again, wasn't perfect, but we played physical. That was the big thing that jumped off the film, even watching again with the players this morning, was how physical this football team played. And I think if we play as physical as we did the other night, we play with the discipline that we had the other night, then I think we'll feel good going into most weeks that we'll find a way to get a victory.
Well, a lot of confidence came from losing that game to the Eagles, it sounds like.
Well, I mean, if you look at the individual things, if you look at the pieces of the horse and not the entire horse, Saquon Barkley was not extraordinary. They slowed him down. They certainly took the edges away defensively. The variable was they couldn't stop the running quarterback. If they could have, they probably would have had a game. Offensively, I think they ran the ball to the effect of it was good enough, and certainly CD and Dak were on the same page. We don't know about Pickens, but there were some targets that ended up in some pass interferences. And but for a couple of drops, the Cowboys would have every right to be super excited about what happened on Thursday night because they probably would have won the football game. So, yeah, I think you have the right to be guardedly optimistic.
Okay. Well, be careful, Cowboy fan. Be careful about getting your hopes up.
You're acting like you think the Giants are going to come in and beat them.
I mean, I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility.
I think the problem at quarterback is going to weigh heavy on this team because I do think that the majority of the team realizes that now Jackson Dart, unless something miraculous happens against the Cowboys, that Jackson Dart's going to take this team. I think you saw in that first game that Russell he's an aging quarterback, and they were playing against a defense that, quite frankly, ain't that great.
Oh, I agree with that.
So now there was a defensive line, their better line than the Cowboys are going to offer. So I would say that Russell was under a little bit more duress than the Cowboys might be able to offer, but they're certainly not going to be able to run the ball. And I just feel like the team knows, I think even Daboll knows, that sooner than later the quarterback's going to be, there's going to be a shift here. So there's either going to be those that are all for it or those that are going to press another way. The Giants are in a tough spot. They are because, for one, I don't think Daboll can afford to lose. But two, he's going to have to start a rookie quarterback that's going to cause him to lose. You know, and he's in a tough position. There's really a no-win here.
The Giants actually did do a good job of limiting Jaden Daniels through the air. The ground game was the problem for the Giants in week 1. 7 yards per carry, just under 7 yards per carry for the Commanders in that game. 220 yards of rushing.
And that's what after they traded their number 1.
Yeah.
So they knew they had something.
And the Giants on the other side, 23 carries for 74 yards. And that includes 44 from Russell Wilson. So the running backs had a total of 30 rushing yards. Between Tyrone Tracy, Devin Singletary, and Cam Scattaboo. Not a great start.
I mean, the Giants are, like we were talking about, this is a team that hit rock bottom last year. That they have a trajectory of up, but they got a lot of holes. Defensively, yeah, there's some talent on that side of the ball. There's makings of a very good defense.
This is a chance for the Cowboys to do what Shoddy's been talking about doing and be a physical team.
Be physical and score a bunch of points with that offense. Go downfield and force the issue on this team that's going to try to tee off on your quarterback.
I think that this is going to end up being a pretty low-scoring game, is my guess. Because if the Cowboys are smart, I think they should try to make it that. Because I think the Cowboys should be running the ball the whole game, and just running clock.
You know what? I think that I don't think that's going to be the case. I think they're going to try to put it over the top. Judging by the way that Dak was looking for CD, and I think Pickens felt like – I think they missed some opportunities with Pickens. Now, every defense is different, but this team, at least from game 1, to me felt like the intent is to get the ball downfield. I
get it, but I mean,
the running game will benefit from that. But I wouldn't be surprised to see a little bit of a deeper attack.
I think at some point, though, don't you play to your opponent's weakness? And if your opponent can't stop the run,
no, I think they're going to charge the ball, but I don't see it as low scoring as you do. I think the Cowboys are going to try to put it downfield. Okay. I do. I think that their prescription to win is going to have to include 28 points a game.
Okay.
I just don't think that defense, they feel comfortable enough that 20 points in a stern defensive stop will get us wins. I don't think this defense is good enough for that.
Oh, well, if the Giants put up 20 and you lose, I think that there's a real problem.
Yeah, but if you give them 28, which I'm not sure this offense has 28 points in them, but I do know that the Cowboys offense has 28 to 30. That's a high octane idea behind this thing. And
you think that same thing about the Commanders? They only scored 21.
Yeah, and that kind of a testament to a couple things.
And if I said whose offense is better, Washington's or Dallas?
Well, I would argue that they've got a better quarterback. Now, man for man, I think the Cowboys wide receiver tight end skill position is up there with the upper echelon of the NFL.
I agree, but I mean, if you go back to what these teams were a year ago, it's not even close.
No, but we're talking about this year. And okay. I do think that the Cowboys' intent is to outscore teams other than to defend them, not by design, but just by output. I mean, they just don't have the defense to do so. They were surprising against Philly, but I think we saw the holes. They're just going to give up points.
Yeah.
I mean, and what's a big enough lead in the fourth quarter after this weekend where you feel comfortable?
Well, the one thing we talked about last week with the Eagles is they did not really they did not really attack on the outside. Like Devontae Smith was very limited in that game. A.J. Brown didn't have his first target until the fourth quarter. What I do know is the Giants are going to keep throwing the ball at Malik Neighbors because he's their only good player on offense. He is their best offensive player. They're going to try to keep getting the ball in his hands.
We're going to see if that was the Cowboys' defense that caused them to go away from the edges, or it was just by design they didn't want to do it.
Well,
I think
the difference being that the Giants or the Eagles have options.
Right.
If you say, okay,
that's
you guys are going to work.
Did they choose not to, or did Dallas take it away? I don't know. We'll see about Neighbors are going to get the CeeDee Lamb treatment as far as targets. He's going to be targeted 15 times.
Because with the Eagles, it's like, okay, we're going to work real hard to take away the outside. Okay, well, Jalen and Saquon will just run on you.
And
for the Giants, it's like,
yeah, he's going to get the CeeDee
What
Lamb.
are we going to do?
15 targets. You're going to have to stop him, but you only got to do that between the 30s,
All right, we'll hear some more from Coach Schottenheimer, including talking about George Pickens and his lack of targets. I also I've got some sound here that I want to get to at some point. Maybe we'll do this we'll do it this hour. But there's some sound about the Eagles potentially offering more in a trade than what the Cowboys got from Micah, which is something we kind of kicked around
and that spit in his face.
So we'll talk about that coming up as well. It is the Morning Huddle on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
How are you feeling this morning? I hope you woke up with nothing painful keeping you out of your daily life. If you did, carry on. Go ahead about your business. But if you did wake up like a lot of us and something so painful it's just keeping you from doing things that you want to do, stop. There's a fix out there, and it's not in the bottle of pills. Rosti providers are all around San Antonio here to get you out of pain and keep you out of pain. And the way they do it has really kind of kept them in business because it's not like you've become accustomed. I talk about the pills to hide or dull the pain. That's not a cure. That's just a Band-Aid. And you talk to a lot of general practitioners, you walk in, first thing they want to do is send you to some kind of specialist. And then the specialist said, well, nothing wrong with you. That surgery cannot prolong. You go to an Rosti provider, and the first intent is to get you out of pain by fixing the problem. And if you go to the right type of place like a Rosti, they can manipulate your bodies in ways you might not have thought possible to get you out of pain. I'm living proof. I had lower back issues all of my adult life until I walked into an Rosti provider and found out it wasn't my back, it was my hamstrings. They fixed the problem, the lower back issues went away, or at least went into to a situation where I could fix it myself, and that's why I've become an Rosti patient for life. I want that for you. Rosti patients are all around San Antonio. They're easy to find, and they're easy to get to. You don't need a referral to go see one, and they accept your insurances. My question for you is, what are you waiting on? The number to get a hold of them is 1-800-404-6050. More appropriately, their website is arosti.com, AIRROSTI.com. I bring it up because they have a map on their site of all the providers. They're adding new ones all the time. I bet there's one less than 10 minutes from where you are now. Listen, don't let pain keep you from doing things that you love. There's a fix. It's called Rosti. They're close. Call them today. Let them take care of you. And before you know it, you'll be back in the game and coming by. And I'm sure you'll thank me later.
Dallas Cowboys fans, come on down! It's AJ and Rob from the Morning Huddle, and you could be the next contestant on
The Stat Is Right. Every week leading up to the week of the Cowboys home game, AJ and Rob toss out a Cowboys player and a stat from the upcoming home game. Passing yards, rushing yards, number of times Dak adjusts his wristband mid-play, or perhaps CeeDee Lamb mouthguard chews per quarter. Whatever. All you have to do is predict that stat, get the closest, and bam! You're headed to Jerry World with a pair of tickets to the next Cowboys home game. Think of it like The Price is Right, but instead of winning a blender, you get to scream, "How about them Cowboys?" inside AT&T Stadium. So study up, Cowboy Nation, and listen to the Morning Huddle to play. The Stat Is Right. Only on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
You like saving money, right? We all do. That's why Allstate just lowered the price of car insurance. Not, but wait, there's a catch. Lower. Actually lower. So if you're shopping around or just want to see how much you could save, check Allstate first for a new lower auto rate that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate. Not available in every state. Only applicable for new auto insurance business. Rates will vary by several factors, including how you purchase the policy. Potential savings vary. Allstate North American Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free timeshare exit information kit. 800-761-0000. That's 800-761-0000.
Paid for by Wesley Financial Group. If you're 55 or older and into that whole saving money thing, T-Mobile has an exclusive phone and internet bundle just for you. Right now, get 2 unlimited phone lines plus 5G home internet for just $30 each per month with autopay, plus taxes and fees. And with 5G home internet, setup is easy with just 1 cord and no technician needed, which is great if you're also into that whole keeping it simple thing. Switch now and experience the best mobile network in the U.S. Visit your local store to start saving. T-Mobile, it's better over here.
Based on analysis by Ookla Speed Test Intelligence data Q4 2024 to Q1 2025. Ookla trademarks used under license. Unlimited on our network. Customers on voice plan may notice speeds lower than other customers and further reduction if using more than 50 gigs a month due to data prioritization. Video streams and SD on this plan. Home internet pricing after $20 in monthly bill credit plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. See 5G device coverage and access details at T-Mobile.com.
Mom, it's like the 80s in here. It's so hot.
It's totally in the 80s. Our AC is bogus.
Call Right Home Services.
At Right Home Services, we love the 80s, just not on your thermostat. Don't get stuck with a bogus AC. The right AC services, the right team, and the right price. 210-444.
The right stuff. Now we can chill, Mom.
The following is a dramatization.
Davis Law Firm, how can I help?
That guy pulled out in front of me out of nowhere. The police are on their way, but I'm really shaken up.
Don't worry. We're going to get you taken care of. You made the right call.
I'm Jeff Davis. If you've been hurt in a car, truck, or 18-wheeler wreck, call Davis Law Firm at 444-4444. We're ready to help day or night, and there's no fee unless we win.
Davis Law Firm, San Antonio.
If you missed the Blitz with Jason and Joe, then you missed this.
There's video of a guy. He's waiting to tee off, and there is a cart stopped on the path. And then you zoom in. Let's just say the golf cart is rocking.
Dude, let me tell you something. This girl's a hopper. She's bouncing on this dude like nobody's business.
I can't tell if you're jealous.
No, I'm describing the scene. She was very hoppy.
You sound like you're describing an IPA.
Right Home with the Blitz. Afternoons 2 to 6 on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star. You're listening to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Rob and AJ on the Morning Huddle, 94.1. We were talking about the Cowboys taking on the Giants this weekend, and we heard from Coach Schottenheimer yesterday on his press conference. Well, I mean, you guys didn't. I didn't. You know what? Rob and I didn't. We just heard the clips that, got pieced together for us. But because, we weren't invited to the actual press conference. But, and it was in doubt. It's a long drive. But we bring it to you here, and that's the whole thing. You talked about George Pickens and the expectation that George is going to be more involved in the game plan, and that was kind of one of the. They've got to be real careful with George Pickens if they want to keep him around.
Yeah, Keep him happy.
Because he can turn into a little
a diva. A diva.
That could happen. And the Cowboys have never had issues with personalities on the team. So that's the good thing for them. So I'm sure the locker room culture will prevent it from getting out of hand. But here's what Shotty had to say about George Pickens keeping him happy.
Well, it's funny, and I didn't have it with George. I should have probably had it with George, but I showed CD before the game all of his targets. So on the back of your call sheet, you've got to get the ball to certain people, and it was like this. Okay, CD, look at all your targets, and then literally George's was right below him. I was like, okay, then look at all of George's targets. So it's like obviously the way we're designing the game plan is to feature your playmakers, and it's very evident that those two guys are elite players. I think that's why Vic and those guys played us the way they did. That's why I think the running game is so important, because I think we're going to see quite a bit of split safety or shell coverage, because they're going to respect our guys on the outside, because if you play them one-on-one, the defense is at a disadvantage. So, again, it's more of them just knowing, hey, we see you. We know you're a great player. We're going to try to get you the ball as much as possible. But like I've always said, there's only one ball to go around. And a lot of it is, again, the two of them have such a great relationship that George was happy for CD with his production. And guess what? This week when it flips, CD will be happy for George and vice versa.
Oh, yeah, when it flips.
I appreciate that he goes before the game like, look, here's the plan. Just don't bitch. Here's the plan. Here's the plays.
This week when it flips, yeah, okay, that's interesting. He also talked about Dak, and I think this is an important thing this week, because I do think Dak is going to be under some duress more than he was last week. If we're going to see more of Dak using his legs, because you and I both had questions about his health coming into the season, and quite frankly, that was the best Dak's looked moving around in a couple of years.
Mm-hmm.
So here's what Shotty had to say about Dak using his legs in the game plan.
Well, number one, he looks great. Physically, he looks great. But pass protections, it incorporates everybody. It incorporates the receivers getting open. It incorporates him making good decisions. It's obviously the pass protection unit as a whole. It's the running back. So it's really not just one thing. But that's a very, very good front that we played. And, they've got the ability to affect passers. And I think, for the most part, we did a really, really good job of going through our progressions, getting the ball out of our hand. But when he had to move, he moved, and he moved well.
I agree.
I do too. And I think they're going to need more of that. And now Dak being able to move around week 1 is a lot different than Dak being able to move around week 9.
You're not going to make a living with him moving around like that. But I do think
he's not a fast player.
No, and he's fragile, so I don't really want him moving around. But there's a price to be paid for this kind of offense, and he's going to have to pay that price. You're going to have to get out of the pocket. That's just the modern NFL. You just try to limit it and get him in a situation where he still gets the ball out of his hands in a manner where he's not sliding at any point. And I think if you do that, then you're taking a justifiable risk. But to be successful, he's going to have to do that. Is there a quarterback in the NFL that doesn't get out and move, that you go? And Burrow would be the perfect example. But other than Burrow, other than the guy that throws absolute darts, that you want to just stand back there. Even Herbert's starting to move around a little bit.
Yeah, Herbert can move around.
I think you just have to be that successful. To be successful, you just have to have a quarterback that's a run threat. To take one dude to spy him in this modern league. And until that, we're going to have to take that risk. It's of great concern. I'll tell you that. I don't know what the math tells us, but I don't know what the number of rushes that he's had in a season without an injury is, but it's not very high.
Yeah, I'd say the only high-level quarterback that the only high-level quarterback that doesn't move at all really is Stafford.
He's elder statesman has earned it.
Goff, C.J. Stroud doesn't move a whole lot, but I consider Dak a notch above those guys.
And just barely, just barely.
But it is nice to have a little threat. Like you need 3 yards, you can get 4.
And there's something to that. But I was on the sidelines when he was doing just that when I heard his legs snap.
That's true.
Yeah, sometimes you're going to have to roll the dice on this one. And so far, the last 3 years, at least the last 2 years, he's been hurt.
finally, the last clip I want to play here from Shadi is about the inactives, because, I mean, you and I, we both talked about being surprised that Jadon Blue was inactive. Mozzie, I guess I'm not surprised. I just don't understand why he's even on this team, because what's the upside of him? But they asked him what Jadon and Mozzie have to do to actually be on the field.
You kind of answered your own question there, Tommy, because it is consistency. You know, at the end of the day, young players, it hits at different times, you know, and I'll talk about, you know, Jaden. He's extremely talented. I mean, he really is talented, but there's a way you have to perform, especially with a mantra of compete every day. I mean, you know, if you're not putting it out there and you're not doing right every day, and if you take a step back on a Thursday, maybe did great on Wednesday and on Thursday, I'm not saying he did, but that's going to get noticed. And this was an incredibly talented roster, and you have to earn your chance to get out there. It's not because I was the first overall pick of the draft or whatever it is. Like, there's got to be consistency, and I will speak to a guy like Tyler Booker. He's not been perfect. He didn't play perfect, but Tyler Booker has been very, very consistent. You know each and every day what you're going to get from Tyler Booker, and I think some of the young guys that were inactive, we've had those hard conversations with them. They understand where they need to go, and I have no question that they will respond to that. Will that be this week? I don't know. We'll see. But the cool thing for them is they can determine that. You know, and they might have a great week of practice, but because of numbers, they could be still inactive, or they could have a average week, and we end up needing them to step up because of different things that happen. But consistency is clearly the thing that we're always looking for with young players.
I'm surprised to hear that about Jaden, because I thought that he looked like he was the hardest working dude on the field.
Well,
but
we know that what we saw, he was the most talented. He had the most burst. He was the best guy. Now, he doesn't run with the violence that number one does, but other than that. And also, I'm surprised because we even addressed that with him in camp, you know, and we kind of asked him, you know, like, dude, you've always been thought of as a great player. But, you know, what happened in Texas? And he said, you know, see the backs I was running behind? They're all NFL types. But, you know, there was that kind of sidebar that he didn't hold on to the ball, that he wasn't always attentive. And, you know, those old habits die hard. There's a reason why he's still here. And it's very different, his situation, than, say, Mozzie. Very different place.
Well, one guy's, like, trying to break in for the first time. The other one's, like, on his last chance.
Yeah, the other one's on his way out
his
the
last
door.
chance for Mozzie.
So I'm not giving up on Blue, but that's just not the best way to start this thing, especially because we know what we saw in camp, and we know that the coaches saw that in camp, and they want him to be a success because he could improve this team. And if you can't do it because of the mental stuff, then there's no use even being here.
All right, when we come back, we're going to dig into the world of conspiracy theories.
I'm down with that.
It's going to be like what, the unsolved mysteries?
You should see my basement. I got a variety of theories.
Get that unsolved mysteries theme song ready, because we're gonna dig deep into this mystery. It is the Morning Huddle on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm a loser. I lost on Underdog last night. Oh, you know why? Hawkinson. They didn't even target him. That's what I had. I was playing higher on Hawkinson targets. They didn't look at him. I was 3 out of 4, and that's the one that got me. I could have flexed it, but I got greedy. Which normally I do say, go ahead and flex it, man. Make sure if you go 3-1, you still get a little money. I said, you know what? I'm going for the gusto here, and it cost me. But you know what? There was a lot of guys winning last night. I even saw Jason Minnick's won. Jason Minnick's won some money last night, so good for him. That could be you, friends. And as football's back, it's the best place to make money, and you can do it right now. It's so easy. You just pick whether your favorite players are going to go higher or lower on stats like touchdowns, receiving yards, interceptions, and more. You get your picks right, and you could win up to 5,000 times your cash, and you can play for as little as $1. I'm taking a night off from Underdog tonight because there's no football. But if you like baseball, you get on there with baseball. You like lady basketball? They've got lady basketball on there. I know I'm going to be playing UFC Noche when the time comes. And, of course, we got a full weekend of football coming up ahead of us. Download the app today. Sign up with your promo code Alamo. Score $50 in bonus points when you bonus funds, when you play your first $5. That's promo code Alamo. Millions of fans have already won billions of dollars with a B making picks on underdogs. You could be next. Underdog, make picks, win money. Must be 18 plus and present in Texas. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. Just cleared that trouble spot on 281 southbound at Redland Road. It was a stall. That's now clear. We've got this ongoing road work downtown on 35 upper level, northbound from Laredo Street to Alamo. It's causing about a 25-minute commute, so just go ahead and take the lower level. It's about a 20-minute ride on 90 eastbound 211 on over to 410. On 35 northbound, south cross to Highway 90, that's also rolling slowly. Now, if you guys see something we're not talking about, call us on the traffic tip line so we can check it out at 210-785-2601. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star is calling all golfers. The Fall Golf Classic is back. Mark your calendars for Monday, September 29th, and lock in your spot for one of the most fun golf events of the year at the Olympia Hills Golf Club. For just $120 per player, or $400 for a foursome, you'll get 18 holes of fun, friendly competition, and non-stop laps with your crew. But don't wait. Spots will sell out fast. And once they're gone, they're gone. This isn't your average uptight tournament. It's all about cutting loose, enjoying the day, and supporting a great cause. The Community Foundation of the Hill Country, presented by the Law Office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Charm Club, and sponsored by Fly by Yingling and PPL Motorhomes. And when the final putt drops, the party's just getting started. Head over to the Break Room Bar on Pat Booker Road for the official after party. Cold drinks, great food, and the perfect finish to a perfect day. Don't get left out. Grab your crew, grab your clubs, and get ready for a Monday you won't forget. Sign up now at sasportstar.com.
This report is sponsored by Lumber Liquidators. Now through Tuesday at Lumber Liquidators, get flash sale savings up to 60% off beautiful flooring for every room in your home. Visit one of their more than 200 locations nationwide or shop online at lumberliquidators.com today.
Mellow Mushroom has the best pizza in San Antonio. Mellow delivers the best pizza experience with their delicious dough, premium ingredients, and unique flavors. Delivering a higher order of pizza is the standard. If Mellow can make a pizza this delicious, imagine what they can do with munchies, greens, calzones, and burgers. Mellow Mushroom has San Antonio's best happy hour with food specials and half-off adult beverages. Mellow Mushroom is at 1604 and Stone Oak Parkway. Hang with friends, watch the game, and mellow out at Mellow Mushroom.
At Progressive, we understand the bond you have with your boat. It's why people name theirs.
I named my boat Sure Don't. Get it? The other day when my friend said, "Hey Larry, you want to head back in? It looks like it might rain." I said, "Sure don't." I guess they didn't get it because they didn't laugh.
Whatever you call your boat, protect it by insuring it with Progressive, America's #1 boat insurer. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. #1 rating based on boat market share data from ratefilings.com.
Hey, it's Rob Thompson here for Prize Picks. Let me tell you something. It is so good to be right. In Prize Picks, there's no better way to prove your knowledge than to play Prize Picks. And Dallas Cowboy fans, you know every game counts, so don't miss a moment of the action this season on Prize Picks. Make your picks on your favorite Cowboys every week and ride with the boys all season long. You got all kinds of play, all kinds of ways to go. Right now, Prize Picks is offering $50 in lineups. That's money you can play with. Use it and prove how good you are. Prize Picks. There's only one place to go. All you need to know is more or less. You can pick your players, you can pick your game, but we got the place for you. It's Prize Picks. And remember the code ALAMO. ALAMO's the one you need. If you put that in there, use the code ALAMO for your $50 free play. That's $50 when you use the term ALAMO. You know the game. Go play it in the right place. That's Prize Picks. It's so good to be right, and you're always right when you head to Prize Picks. Go get it today. Download the app, use the code ALAMO, and you can come by and thank me later.
Hey there. You hear that? Right, you don't. That's what it's like to order food for your workplace with EasyCater. No hold music while you wait to place your order. No tapping as you type in special dietary instructions or long, complicated searches for options in your budget. No crinkling of paper receipts. Just...
Dang, these are some tasty sandwiches.
EasyCater, the better way to order food for work. Order now at easycater.com.
Mom, it's like the 80s in here. It's so hot.
It's totally in the 80s.
Call Right Home Services.
Don't get stuck with a bogus AC. 210-444.
Hi, I'm Jason Thompson. I'm a personal injury attorney, and since 1994, I've been helping people and their families seriously injured or killed by negligent drivers. My website is alawyer4us.com. I use that phrase because I know that there's no way a regular San Antonian can possibly beat a billion-dollar insurance company alone. You will need an experienced attorney to stand up for you and get what you and your family deserve. This month, my father will retire after 50 years of practicing law, doing what he taught me to do, help people in need. Stand up for the people that cannot. Use the skills you have to help the people in your community win and where you can. When an insured driver seriously injures someone, a billion-dollar insurance company uses everything it can to pay as little as possible. Every insurance company you have heard of has a very large staff of attorneys already working against you. If you or a family member has been seriously injured because of a negligent driver, call me, Jason Thompson, as soon as you can after a collision. My number is 210-900-0400. That's 210-900-0400. Or check out my website, alawyer4us.com.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home for Texas A&M football. Saturday afternoon at 6:30. The Aggies take on the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Presented by Just Punts. Pre-game at 5:30 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
This is Jason Minix from The Blitz. You're listening to 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You feeling the strength of the rump? Step up, hear the funk of the jump up. I can't do it without.
You're not as young as
you better bring your weapon when stepping. That's all I'm saying. I loved Bone Thugs back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
I prefer the singing Bone Thugs to the rapping Bone Thugs. I like the harmony part.
Yeah. And thugging with trues, fools.
That's right.
This is the part you like.
Yeah, that.
Where they sing. Get ready for the Bone and the Mo Thug. Busters, you know me as a hustler. Yeah. All right. We got to switch over now to the Unsolved Mysteries music. Vic, this is very
What's his name? Robert Stack?
Yes.
Yeah. You'd think they'd solve one of these eventually.
You would think.
Oh, there were some update episodes. I've seen those.
Poor Stack didn't live long enough to solve them.
Yeah.
But here we are.
It's left a bunch of unsolved mysteries
I
just
know.
laying around.
We'll never know.
Update.
We'll never know. And now we've got a new one. Did the Philadelphia Eagles offer more for Micah Parsons than the Green Bay Packers did? Sources say yes.
What?
Yes.
And he didn't go for the money?
Well, again, sources.
Sources.
If I'm Philly, of course I'm going to say something like that.
Right.
Well, here is Jay Glazer saying what he believes to be truth. But again, this is an unsolved mystery.
Micah Parsons asked for a trade about a week or so in the camp. What nobody knows is that Dallas actually made the decision to trade him about a week or so before that, started putting feelers out.
Okay.
What they were hoping to do was trade him to an AFC team. I think they were shocked they could not get any traction anywhere from an AFC team. The team actually threw in the biggest offer was the Philadelphia Eagles for 2-1 to 3-5, amongst other things. Obviously didn't want to trade him in the division. But the Green Bay Packers, they chimed in early. They kept with it. And Kenny Clark is what made the difference for Dallas.
2 1s, a 3, and a 5, amongst other things.
It's such a difference. I mean, if you'd have told me it was a player and one more draft pick, then I'd go, well, I have a question. That's so out there, I don't believe it.
Okay.
I mean, think of the difference. Now, if it was close, you go, man, you probably could have gotten more, but it's in division. We're talking how many again? 3?
Two ones, a 3, and a 5.
So 4 draft picks, but no current talent.
Well, and it's that amongst other things. So I don't know. I don't know what.
And you're
I
telling
mean,
me that
probably
Jerry,
not someone as good as Kenny Clark.
That you're telling me that Jerry, who ended up traded to an arch rival anyway, just decided to take less. So you're going to just tell me.
Is Green Bay an arch rival?
Oh, yeah. They've knocked us out of the playoffs as often as Philly has. They're an arch rival.
I think Green Bay's a rival.
Yeah, but it's still a rival. They still wear yellow pants. They're in the room. And
the catch.
That's what I don't believe that. Now, I would believe more likely if it was just one more thing, but not all of that.
Well,
that's who would say no to that? Just because they're who? And then say yes to Green Bay. I don't believe it. Now, if it was a closer deal, or maybe they needed daily talent, maybe Kenny Clark was the thing that they were chasing just to get through this year, and that was the difference maker. But I don't believe that Philly offered all that for Mike. I just don't.
Well, here is Stephen Jones on 105.3 The Fan. And again, this is why this mystery remains unsolved. Why are my buttons not working? This is an
That's all
unsolved
in our
mystery.
rearview mirror. All we're worried about is our future. We're worried about Kenny Clark and what the future holds for the Dallas Cowboys. What happened in the past is in the past, and we need to go win a football game. That's our first priority, and we got to do better and just play well. We got to go win a football game, and I know that's the way Coach Schottenheimer feels about it. I know the way his staff and our football team and our organization feels. We got to win a football game.
Okay. Now, to me, those comments make me believe Jay Glazer.
What? No.
Yeah. Because why wouldn't he deny it?
What's the point?
He said, Rob, did you have an affair?
No,
the past is in the past. We don't talk about the past. Like, no.
Why get into it? I just don't believe that they offered that much. One, Howie Roseman's not that crazy because you offer that much and then you're going to go spend $150 million. I just don't. If there was a couple, maybe I would think it was more plausible. When it's that much and more, and there was more than 2 number ones, a 2 or 3, and a player, more really, and they turned that down for 3 dudes and a player. Jerry's that crazy. I just don't buy that. That would have been an easier trade to make. And just because Green Bay stuck with it, he still traded to an NFC rival. What would be the difference? They're still going to play him. They're going to play him once or Philly twice. I don't buy it. I just don't believe that. I believe Philly was in it. I believe they were offering, but it wasn't that much.
It just feels like if you're asked that, what you would want to be able to say is we got the best possible available deal, and he didn't say that.
But it doesn't matter. What he said at the end of the day is true. I could say that's crazy. He never offered it. What does it matter? Green Bay say yes, we did.
Well, the past is the past tells me that maybe
there's a lot of reasons to be mad about this deal. A lot. And I think the problem isn't that they turned down a good deal, is that the timing created a bad situation. Why would Philly offer more than that? I mean, the guy doesn't want to play for you. You've already put feelers out, and they're going to go overspend. It's not like they didn't know if Green Bay was chasing it. I do believe Philly was in on it, like a lot of teams. But at the end of the day, Jerry, because of his poorly planned output, got the best deal he could. The sad part about this was he got the best deal he could. You heard Glazer say nobody in the AFC said a word. There wasn't a lot of deals to be made.
Okay.
I mean, it was just bad. If this was in March or April and this color came out, then I'd go, yeah, Philly might have offered that. You should have turned it down because at that point the value was high. This time everybody's just waiting him out. Eventually Mike is going to just hold out, guys. Eventually he's going to just not show up, and then what are you going to do? So I don't think Philly was in a situation where they had to offer that much. I just don't believe that. Now, I believe he made a terrible deal, and this was a mistake for a lot of different reasons, but I think he got the best deal he could.
I'll say this. I always try to put it this way. Which one of these guys would have a reason to be untruthful about this? Stephen Jones or Jay Glazer?
I've known Glazer to be wrong on many occasions.
I'm not saying he's never wrong, but he's got no reason to put
I don't think he's
information out there.
lying. I think Philly told him, look, we offered all this. They said no, and we still kicked their ass. So.
But if you were Steven, wouldn't a simple thing to be like, no, Philly didn't offer us more?
What's the point? The sad thing is Micah just was we just saw that the addition of Micah to Green Bay made them possibly the favorites in the NFC. We saw his addition, and it was the worst possible scenario. They didn't even necessarily need him. They kicked ass, and he still got a sack. So it was as bad as it could have been for the Cowboys.
Micah is back, though, and talking about the offseason that he had.
Super relief. Yeah, I'm telling you, like, these last 6 months was super draining, super toxic for everyone. I mean, it's something that, I don't think no player should have to go through. I think players' fate should be decided earlier. I think the fact that I was traded a week before the season, it was really outrageous and rough. It's something where I could have been with these guys getting better and better, and we could have had a probably even more dominant start, if that was the decision we were going to make. So I'm just happy that's behind. These guys embrace me. They believe in my talents. They believed in me, and I'm just going to give these guys everything I have because I know what's at stake. I know what they gave up for me to be here, and I'm going to do what it takes for us to win.
Yeah. Wow. He made them, the attitude, the output will come.
Yeah,
the Green Bay
the Cowboys are gonna rue this.
Oh, it's worse nightmare kind of stuff, AJ, and it's really that bad. It really is, because not only did you have to get rid of generational talent, you just made a team a Super Bowl contender. You just handed it to them. Just here you go. Good luck.
Yeah,
it hurts.
Rin says, I think he's lying out of his ass when he says it was toxic for everybody. I think it is. I think it was toxic for who did it help? Micah didn't have a good offseason. It certainly didn't help the Cowboys to not have him out there. It didn't help anybody. It was toxic for everyone.
The only thing that happened was Micah got the money he was going to get regardless sooner. Other than that, everybody suffered. Micah would have gotten paid regardless, so it wasn't like it was about the money. It was about a measuring contest, and it's everybody. Yeah, it was worst case scenario, but these all things are relative. Don't act like you were walking through the valley of the death nude. This was not naked and afraid. You were you were holding out for $150 million, and you got it just a couple of weeks later than you thought you would, and you got traded a week before the end. So yeah, it was tough on you, brother, but you didn't suffer.
No, and you know what? The truth is, for Micah, he's in a better spot now.
Yes, he's in a position to go win. Let me say again, the Cowboys are in a terrible situation. This was awful. You can paint it as much as you like, and we got first-round draft picks, and we got us a big, fat, old defensive lineman, and he did make a difference. But the fact is, your girlfriend just got prettier. The moment you traded your beautiful girl, she landed someplace and looks even better.
Well, not just that, but she landed with a dude who's like a doctor and drives a McLaren. And
here I sit, maybe next year. So no, it's as bad as it could be for the Cowboys. It really is.
We talked earlier in the show about the pressure on the Cowboys, and I don't know I don't know what the pressure situation is like for this year, but I think if they don't turn things around soon, there's going to be people going, I can't believe you did this.
Oh,
I cannot. But because I don't think anybody, even with Micah, did you expect this year to be better than last year?
Oh, that couldn't have been worse. Let's put it that way. Yeah. I didn't expect it to be worse, and the likelihood of it being worse.
But now, what's the expectation?
Greatly enhanced. 5-6 wins seems like here we go again. So no, I didn't think it could be worse from last year, and it's going to be for different reasons. They're still shallow. There's still a lot of the problems that remain, and we added another one. Now the fix might come around the bend, but right now, no. This is again. I don't blame Steven for not looking back, because this is terrible. They got the best deal they could from the Packers, and it's not a good deal.
Rin says, I'm not saying the Cowboys didn't lose out, but I'm saying that Micah was the toxic one. I'm not saying Micah wasn't toxic. I'm not defending him. I think Micah did contribute to this, but I don't think it was just him. Certainly, it's especially now that everything's come out. This was as much Jerry.
Oh, it's entirely Jerry's making. This was all Jerry's making. Everything you said. This was all him. He played the game, and he finally got beat. He did the same thing he's always done, and finally it didn't work out. This is all Jerry.
At the end of every negotiation, however ugly it's been, Jerry's been able to push a number across the table, and the guy looked at it and went, Okay.
All right, I'll put up with your crap for all this money.
And I don't even think Micah looked at the number.
Right.
I think Micah pushed the paper back at him without even looking at the number and
I
said
think he looked
no.
at the number initially. I think way back in March they were buddies.
I'm talking about in the last month.
Oh, no, this was done.
He wasn't looking at the numbers.
And I think with every passing day, with every passing practice, when Micah's not there, you realize, my God, he was great. My God, the things he was capable of doing that I have no resource and no way to find again. I think as far as pressure goes, I hope it relieves some on Shoddy. I don't know how much he's gonna have to suffer for this because we're gonna continue to see the lack of defensive pressure and all those things, and it's not of his doing. He had nothing to do with how this got here.
Well, and it's going to matter more and more when you start playing against teams that want to throw the ball downfield. And, like I said, the Eagles didn't do much of that. I think this week you'll see more of it. The Jags just did trade Tank Bigsby to the Eagles for a couple of late round picks. The Eagles seem willing to move out on some picks. Of course, they're not going to have to pay Tank Bigsby the money that they were going to have to pay Micah Parsons.
These are late picks, and the Philly has now entered the New England Patriots stage of greatness where you need to just restock. You need to restock starters when you lose them. You're not drafting for 5 years from now. You need genuine players now and next year because your window is open right now.
Charles said, not looking for girlfriend, looking for marriage material. Well, I mean, you married Dak. There was no real. I at least understand marrying CD because CD's like one of the 3 or 4 prettiest girls at what he does. Dak is like the.
I'm not going to take anything away from what Dak did on.
He's the B squad.
He was in line. This isn't his fault. This is all Jerry. I don't blame Dak for any of this.
But Dak's not a $2,000 an hour hooker. Dak's like a.
Well, he is to one guy. That's all that matters.
All right, we'll be back. Morning Huddle.
This is the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. KTFM Floresville.
This report is sponsored by your local Can-Am dealer.
Right now through October 31st, take advantage of the Can-Am factory sales and get a rebate of up to $3,500 on select 2025 Can-Am side-by-side or ATV vehicles. Conditions apply. Visit your local Can-Am dealer for details.
Football is back, and Underdog is the best place to make picks and win money all season long, and you can play here in Texas. Hi, Jason Minix here from the Blitz. Love playing on Underdog because it's easy. You just pick whether you think your players are going to go higher or lower on particular stats like touchdowns, receiving yards, interceptions, rushing yards. Get your picks right, and you can win up to 5,000 times your cash, and you can play for as little as $1. So download the Underdog app. Sign up today with promo code STAR to score $50 in bonus funds when you play your first $5. That's promo code STAR. Millions of fans have won billions of dollars making picks on Underdog. Will you be next? Again, promo code STAR on Underdog. Make picks, win money. Must be 18 plus and present in Texas. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit ncpgambling.org.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jason Garrett with Arasti. If you're tired of pain slowing you down from a recent injury or something that's been nagging you for years, we can help. At Arasti, we've earned the trust of over 8,000 physicians by delivering fast, lasting pain relief without painkillers or surgery. Our hands-on approach targets the root cause of pain, and most patients see results in just one visit. No referral needed, and it's covered by most insurance plans. So don't wait. Visit Arasti.com. That's AIRROSTI.com. Arasti. We fix pain fast.
What would you do if you had a little bit more money to do it?
I'd go to law school.
I'd open a bakery.
I'd travel to visit my grandparents I haven't seen in 10 years.
We all have things we want to do in life, and there are people who want to help you do them. So how do we best ask for that help? GoFundMe. GoFundMe is the #1 fundraising platform. 200 million people have used GoFundMe to support people doing things like furthering their education, starting a small business, or bringing people together in support of a cause. No matter what your goals are, GoFundMe helps you take an important step toward them. GoFundMe is free to set up and manage, easy to use, and designed to help you reach your goals.
The community was so supportive in helping me finally open my bakery. Now, every day I wake up and get to do what I love. And it all started with GoFundMe.
What would you do if you had the money to do it? Get started today with GoFundMe. Start your GoFundMe today at gofundme.com/power. That's gofundme.com/power. gofundme.com/POWER. This is a commercial message brought to you by GoFundMe with actors voicing experiences inspired by our users.
Progressive knows if you have to choose between everyday life and your RV, RV wins.
What, are you going to take the RV to the lake or clean out your closet?
RV wins!
Putting the dishes away or taking the RV camping?
RV wins!
Cleaning the fridge or taking a trip to the beach?
RV wins!
You might want to clean the fridge real quick because, mold.
We clean out the fridge, then take the RV out.
With Progressive, you can bundle your RV with your home or auto and save with a discount and spend more time enjoying those savings in your RV. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states and situations.
Summer's wrapping up, and life is picking back up. Early mornings, long days, and a to-do list that doesn't quit. And neither should you. Who has time to slow down due to body pain? That's why there's Aleve, to keep you going. With just one pill, Aleve delivers longer-lasting body pain relief per dose compared to other leading OTC branded pain relievers. Aleve helps keep you moving from sunup to sundown with up to 12 hours of pain relief per dose, so you can keep moving and be ready for whatever's next. Use as directed.
Hey, Sarah. Heard about your car accident. You okay?
Well, let's see. My car's toast, my neck's a pretzel, and the insurance guy ghosted me faster than my ex. So, peachy.
Remind me why you haven't called Thomas J. Henry Law yet.
Calling an attorney is weird to me.
Yeah, you should totally trust insurance who profits from underpaying you.
I'm picking up on your sarcasm.
You need to pick up the phone and dial Thomas J. Henry Law.
Car accident? Visit thomasjhenrylaw.com today. Thomas J. Henry, the name you know, the firm you trust. Principal Office, San Antonio.
Mom, it's like the 80s in here. It's so hot.
It's totally in the 80s. Our AC is bogus.
Call Right Home Services.
At Right Home Services, we love the 80s, just not on your thermostat. Don't get stuck with a bogus AC. The right AC services, the right team, and the right price. 210-444.
The right stuff. Now we can chill, Mom.
Buyers Barricades is proud to provide traffic control, rental, and sales for work zones and events in the San Antonio area and beyond. Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. Learn more online at buyersbarricades.com. That's buyersbarricades.com.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from Newstalk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. Just cleared that trouble spot on 281 southbound at Redland Road. It was a stall. That's now clear. We've got this ongoing road work downtown on 35 upper level, northbound from Laredo Street to Alamo. It's causing about a 25-minute commute, so just go ahead and take the lower level. It's about a 20-minute ride on 90 eastbound 211 on over to 410. On 35 northbound, south cross to Highway 90, that's also rolling slowly. Now, if you guys see something we're not talking about, call us on the traffic tip line so we can check it out at 210-785-2601. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
San Antonio Sports Center.
The NFL delivered yet another thriller as the Minnesota Vikings came from behind in a thrilling victory to beat the Bears 27-24 on Monday night. In Cowboy news, after uncertainty after Sunday's game, Giants head coach Brian Daboll told reporters that he intends to start Russell Wilson on Sunday when they play the Cowboys in Dallas's home opener. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Sports Center brought to you by Centergenics. Book your appointment at fixmylowteam.com.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
All right, 8:02 on the Morning Huddle, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Let's give away some Toadies tickets.
Possum Kingdom.
I come from the water. Toadies, December 27th at the Aztec Theater. That's right. You can
have to be there.
You can win a pair of tickets to see the Toadies December 27th at the Aztec Theater. Make up your mind. Oh. What with me?
What is this, about 94, 95.
Around
I think it was.
lake tonight.
I think it was.
Around the lake tonight.
Wow, trippy.
Around my side.
Hey, rewind it. Were we done with cassettes by 94?
Yeah, we should. I mean, you should have been.
I think so. Yeah, we moved to CDs.
You're on to CDs by then.
92, I think.
If you don't win these, you can get a pair of tickets at livenation.com for the December 27th Toady Show at the Aztec. But if you do win, you should maybe bring Rob with you.
You should. I want to go.
He's looking for an and plus one. My dark secret. Let's go caller number 3.
Out of Fort Worth, I believe. Good Texas band.
Are they? I always thought they were from Austin because
maybe
they were always playing when I was in Austin.
I'm sure they live there, but I think they're from a little bit north.
You're probably right.
Possum Kingdom. That's west of Fort Worth.
They are from Fort Worth, Texas. 1989, Fort Worth, Texas. Yeah, they. I guess back when I was in Austin, they were very much a.
I'm sure, man.
I mean, they were
of the day.
Yeah, it was. They were probably just playing around Texas and stuff. But I saw them once open for White Zombie. I want to say them and the Butthole Surfers.
Wow, they're kind of like the middle of the road band for that group.
The Toadies. I think the Toadies were the very bottom
Yeah.
of that card or of that. They were like the openers. Yeah, man, Toadies were big for a little while. A little while.
And we got your tickets.
That's right. So be there or be a loser. How about that? Week 1 of NFL is in the books. I guess we'll take our last look at it and some of the things that we can look forward to, and some of the things that we can look back on and go, oh, that's not good. I think one thing we've got to give a little credit to, at least I do, because I have been the ultimate naysayer, and I'm not changing my tune. I'm just saying I'm going to give credit where it's due. Aaron Rodgers didn't suck last week.
Well, no, he did not, and I guess that's enough. Now
he looked better than he looked playing for the Jets.
We can take into account the talent around him. We can take into account the revenge factor. We can take into account the defense he was going against. But, yeah, he wasn't pushed. I think Aaron is still a Hall of Fame arm quarterback. There's just been a lot of the other stuff. But I'm not going to read as much into the vast success other than it was the Jets. Do it a couple of times. Let's see against a good defense that I trust is more than just a cornerback and an edge rusher.
All right, I want to ask you about a couple teams, and you tell me if you have concerns about these teams.
Mm-hmm.
Start with a team that actually won a football game, but I certainly don't feel great about where they're at, the Cincinnati Bengals.
Well, we know their defense is going to be a problem. And we know they got the same problem as the Cowboys. They just got more talent to do it. They just got to score a buttload of points. I know the prognosis is not good. They're in a team in a division that plays defense. It's going to be hard. They're going to have to find a way to score a bunch of points and slow them down. And I'm not sure that – they tried it last year. Didn't work.
The problem is they only scored 17 points.
Yeah, I think, that's actually a faster start than we're accustomed to from them. But they did win. It was a roadie, too. They're in Cleveland. It's a hated rival. I'm more concerned long-term just because they have to stay absolutely healthy and – they have to walk such a perfect line. The offense can't take a week off because the defense will never be there to save them.
Joe Burrow, 113 yards passing in week 1.
That's frightening. But, let's think about how this happened. What happened last week? What did Cleveland elevate suddenly defensively? What?
Cleveland typically plays Cincinnati well, but I think a lot of it is they don't have an offensive line still.
No.
And this is the way the Bengals have invested their money is in quarterback, 2 receivers. And that means you're not spending much on the offensive line. You're not spending much on your defense. And if that trio doesn't ball out, you're in trouble more often than not.
That's the plan. It was the plan last year. It didn't work. It was the plan 2 years prior, and it did. So, I don't hold out hope for them. I think Joe Burrow's destined to have a great year if he can stay healthy, but it doesn't mean there's going to be a lot of wins.
Okay. Concern level on the Miami Dolphins.
It's over, man. This is a house fire. The
They
rats
are
it's over, dude.
a mess.
They're a mess because the team isn't very talented, one, and that's not McDonald's fault. But their offense is predicated on precision. And precision relies on talent, and you have to get along when you have to play like that. Everybody, once one card falls, the whole house falls. The whole thing is collapsed on themselves. There's nothing good to say about them at all. What positive do you have to say about Miami today?
Well, you only let. You held Daniel Jones to. No, you didn't hold Daniel Jones at all. No, they were awful. I like Mike McDaniel, actually. I think he's a very, very smart guy, and I think he is going to be a great offensive coordinator somewhere. But I think what he did is he hitched himself to the wrong wagon. And when he said Tua's exactly what I need, Tua's at his best.
Do you think
just
this
a guy.
Offense would function no matter who the quarterback is? I don't think.
Well,
that,
I mean,
we
the
see
offense
it
isn't
every
even
four.
functioning right
well,
now.
I mean, last year and the year before, this top speed, hyper athletes in space, and just go outperform dudes. Keep the playbook simple, get the ball moving from side to side, and just get the best athletes you can.
I mean, it would certainly be. It's not going to be
It doesn't
It's not going to
work.
be a bad offense, but it's not. It's limited.
It's never going to be a successful offense. It's a lot of fun. So I think that they were predicated at the very beginning on a strategy that was doomed. So if that system doesn't work, and it comes back about every 4 or 5 years, we rename it, but there's somebody who comes up with a way to get balls in space and utilize great athletes. But when it comes to push come to shove, the athletes are so good in the NFL, it doesn't last very long. So I think it was doomed from the start. I think they're under-talented. I don't think they went and drafted and free agented their way into even a modicum of success. You're right. Tua was not the right long-term health guy. I think in the offense, if he'd have stayed healthy, he was the right fit. But this offense is never going to be successful. And you brought it up. McDonald, it's Peter principle. He was promoted to the level of his incompetence. He's a hell of an offensive coordinator and will be one for 15 years.
I agree.
When he has somebody else in the room going, nah, dude, we got to run the ball periodically. We got to have some tackles and be able to move the ball inside the tackles, or we're never going to be successful. So I appreciate your dream, but as head coach, I'm overruling you on this.
Well, and the whole thing about Tua is, because he's not taking big shots downfield, the idea is that he's going to limit mistakes. If Tua's throwing 2 picks and not making big plays down the field, like what's the upside of him?
There is none. There's no upside to this offense. It is a failed mistake. And I don't know. I give him – he'll probably make it through the year just out of pity, but I don't know how – I think the team's going to revolt. And, obviously the most talented dude on their team is destined to try to get out. So, yeah, they're a non-entity this year.
Right.
They were a fun sideshow there for a couple of years.
What's your concern level with the Houston Texans?
I don't know, man, because now you're starting to get into your coach and your play calling and some of the things that it's not just a manpower issue. If this guy was healthy, if this guy could do, it's now, what are you doing? I don't understand some of the things, the situations that we're finding your quarterback in.
I mean, they are about as one side of a ball as you can be. And the fact that they, like, C.J. Stroud is supposed to be the answer on one side of the ball, and that side of the ball just looks dreadful.
In theory,
is
though,
problematic.
In theory, though, you go, well, how do you build a football team? Well, you first go get your defense, because you can rely on defense rain or shine. It doesn't matter if it's 5 below or 105, if it's C-ball, attack ball, however your theories are. Build the defense and just find an offense that'll keep you close, that'll just get there. Philadelphia used that premise, and if you can't do that, go get Pat Mahomes. But nobody can go get Pat, so you build your defense. I like what they're doing. I saw a tweet from the general, John McClain, during the game, and it was kind of what I was thinking. Like, I don't understand.
Got chicken fingers in the press box. The chicken fingers are always dry.
I don't understand. his tweet kind of reflected, I don't understand what you guys are doing with your quarterback.
It's weird.
You have no running back, and you have no plan B. You knew that you had an injury. We knew weeks into training camp. You got a problem, and you didn't address it. And the dude you did address it with is under-talented. It's just not a fix. You've done nothing to help your quarterback other than make sure he's got one really good wide receiver.
Yeah.
And if Tank Bigsby was available for a couple of picks and you weren't in on this, I'm starting to have some questions about long-term stability at the position that just a couple of years ago I thought was doing one of the better jobs in the NFL.
Well, the one thing I'll say for the Texans is their defense is going to keep them in pretty much every game.
Yes.
They're not going to get blown out because their defense is elite.
I don't argue about,
although they are already starting to get banged up.
What they've done.
See.
But you've not too many teams get an opportunity to get a C.J. Stroud, and you got him, and you got a defense. And you have not done the things appropriate to keep your quarterback playing. And it's the little things. Your offensive line, focus on that. While you got some great defenders, you just didn't do it. My level of concern is at a 5. I'm not desperate yet. I knew it was going to be rough, but dude, the early portents of the situation you find yourself in your running game, and it doesn't look good, but I'm not done yet. So I'm uncomfortable but not angry. How's that?
Estrada says 1-game ratings are overrated. It'll take at least 4 weeks to figure out how good teams are. I agree with that, but we also came into the season with a thought about all these teams, and we hadn't seen any games yet. And we still had a determination of who we thought was good and not good. That's just sensible to reevaluate. And it'd been how many months since we saw these teams play? It'd been 8 months since we saw most of these teams play. So I do think it's worth at least taking a look and seeing where we stand on these. Last one I'll ask you about is the the Detroit Lions, who lost to the Packers 27-13. The Lions are a team that, besides after the Eagles, they were the second favorite in the NFC. Everyone loves the Lions.
Mm-hmm. And I think we noticed the absence of Ben Johnson in week 1. I do think the offense looked a little different. There's still a lot of talent there. I'm not ready to check out. But as much as they lost coordinators, the other teams around them have gotten better. The Vikings in that comeback, you thought that they might still be able to hang around Detroit. But no, it looks like McCarthy's the dude. He's just going to step in, and the Vikings are going to continue. They're going to get in even better in about 5 weeks when they get their other wide receiver. Then I look at what's going on in Green Bay. Hell, they just added Micah, so they got a whole lot better. Chicago, at least for a half, looked a little threatening. I think it's a matter of they lost their coordinators, and they got 5 harder games this year than they had last year. So, no, the worry level isn't that they're worse. The worry level is the talent around them has improved, and they lost their coordinators. Yeah, things don't look good, but they're still a talented football team. I still think they're playoff quality, but I think there's going to be more losses just because it's a tougher division. They're just better. Green Bay better. Minnesota's exactly where they were, but a year better. And Green Bay, they added Micah, and if continuity is the key in the NFL, they certainly have maintained.
Any concern about the Kansas City Chiefs?
Yes. We talked about it. Last year they were just good enough to win football games, but they were winning it so close and so ugly. One little shift, man, that ugly win, that looked like the team last year, but they won the game.
Yeah.
I didn't see enough of it to make a final prognosis, but we all know they're walking a fine line, and they're getting old. And they've lived a charmed life over the last couple of years.
The Kansas City Chiefs are home underdogs this weekend to the Philadelphia Eagles.
That's nuts. I don't care who you're playing. It's still Pat Mahomes, but I get it. You know what?
Chances are good I'll have money on the Chiefs this weekend just because
it's Pat Mahomes, man.
Pat Mahomes, and what are they going to do? They win by 3. That's what they do.
Again, their margin for error is so slim. But how long did we call the end of Tom Brady?
Yeah,
4 years, 5 years. Pat's so far away from being done. But the team is older. They have to be on game, which they're capable of more often than not. But if they're not, you get the San Diego output.
Well, not having Rashee Rice is problematic. Now Xavier Worthy, I wouldn't expect to see him playing. Hollywood Brown was really good last week. Had like 10 catches for 100 yards. Is that repeatable? I don't know. But yeah, I'm a little concerned for the Chiefs. But again, when you've got Patrick Mahomes, it's hard for me to say that anything's over.
Okay, you name some of them. Is there one on the periphery that you go, I already know? Or what was your takeaway from the Raiders?
I mean, I thought Geno Smith looked pretty good.
Yeah.
I thought Mike Vrabel looked.
Was it more about the Patriots or was it more about the Raiders?
I think. Well, first of all, I keep saying this. The Patriots don't have good players. Like they're still a ways away from this thing. I do think that they are gonna get better. I like Drake May, but the defense that they were supposed to be kind of built on, letting Geno Smith chuck it around, I'm a little concerned. I mean,
we know where they are in the world. I mean,
but the Raiders. I'm not gonna get. The Raiders aren't a playoff team.
No.
But I mean, they're.
But I can say this: they're better.
Okay.
You know what I mean? What I saw on the road against a team of like skill. I mean, they're not much more talented than the Patriots. They do have a little bit more, and they perform. So I go, all right, that's a team I'm not worried about. Patriots, yeah, you're right where I thought you'd be.
You feel better or worse about Tampa after week one?
Tampa is the Kansas City light.
Okay.
They know they're going to do just enough to win enough football games. But do I believe them as a contender? They're going to be in the ring. So I have to give them more credit than I think that their sum is greater than their parts. That's Tampa Bay.
Maybe my favorite clip that came out, I think I didn't see it until yesterday, so it might have come out on Sunday, but I didn't see it, was Bryce Young. Like, they had a helmet race game on the Jags scoreboard, and, like, Bryce Young was staring up at the helmet race game while
during the game?
He was standing on the field, staring up at that helmet game, and then he went out and he threw a pick on the very next play.
Oh, is that no? Wait a minute. So I saw the video of what happened when he walked off the field and his coach jumped him.
No, I didn't see that.
Yeah, well, there's video of his offensive coordinator or his quarterback coach. I don't know what his name is. Jumped him and he went and Bryce turned and walked away from him. So
oh boy,
I think there's and that's something worth paying attention to.
Yeah, these guys who walk away from their coaches. It used to be, when you were a high draft pick, if you failed, you were at least going to be a backup for a long time.
Right.
Guys that are building the reputations that Caleb Williams and Bryce Young are building about being coachable, or rather being uncoachable.
Mm-hmm.
There's not backup quarterback jobs for those guys.
No,
so you better be really, really great if you're going to have that attitude. And who would want Bryce Young or Caleb Williams as their backup quarterback? Like, why would you want that?
No, not even close.
Those guys don't want to get better. They're like, we are what we are, man. You like it or not.
You're a starter or you're a TV commentator. You are not a backup.
And I don't even know if you have to have more of a career to be a TV
that's
commentator.
What I'm saying. You don't have a future in this league unless you're a starting NFL quarterback.
Yeah.
There's no place for a Caleb Williams. And that's why Jameis is such a rare example of a dude that went from a prima donna all the way to a dude perfectly willing to coach up dudes. That's rare.
Very coachable guy. All right, we'll give away UTSA tickets on the other side, Rob. Tell me about your water softener.
My water softener is the best you can find in this part of the world, anywhere for that matters. Connecticut. Connecticut water softeners have been part of my life since I can remember. My parents had a Connecticut way back when down on Aspen Valley. And when I got my first house, that's the first thing I got because I didn't know anything different. Come to find out, Connecticut is indeed the best in the business. They've got everything that I'm chasing. They got the awards to prove it. And right now, if you don't have one, there's never been a time to get one. Now, there's a lot of water softeners out on the market. Nothing like a Connecticut. You don't even plug a Connecticut in. It doesn't come with one of those big motherboards. It just works on kinetic energy, and it has never failed me once. And right now, if you want a full home treatment system, I do recommend you trying it out. And if you'll call Connecticut today at 656-PURE, they'll be happy to come out to your home. If you're already plumbed for it, they'll put in a water treatment system the likes of which you've never owned. You're going to see exactly what I'm talking about. And in 90 days, which is the length of this deal, you get to make a decision. Do you want it or not? And if you decide to, there's some money in your old water softener, up to $400, and a great deal with financing with approved credit, 0%, 12 months. And a gift, a reverse osmosis drinking station. This is something that I didn't think about when I purchased it several years ago. It has been a godsend. No more water bottles. The coffee's perfect. Everything that's going into the pot is ideal, what you want. All that sediment that you used to deal with is gone. No more worries about the whites turning gray and all that powdery stuff showing up at the bottom of your sink. I could go on and on about what goes on in your house without a water softener. Never be another worry. I want you to call Kinetico today. The number's easy. It's 656-PURE. I know you need all the details. I know I'd chase it. Go to KineticoSA.com for all of that. Look, it's time to go get yourself the very best. Get yourself a Kinetico, and I know eventually you're going to come on by and thank me later for this.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Stars Golf Classic is back, baby. Get the crew together. Guys, gals, the whole gang. And join us Monday, September 29th at Olympia Hills Golf Club for a laid-back day full of swings, laughs, and a little friendly trash talk. It's just $120 per player or $400 for a foursome. A steal for a day on a beautiful course with your buddies. Proceeds benefit the Community Foundation of the Hill Country. But don't worry, this isn't a Once you've conquered the course, we'll keep the party rolling at the Break Room Bar off Pat Booker Road, where the drinks are cold, the food is hot, and the stories are even better. Get ready to tee off on the best Monday you'll have all year. Grab your spot now at sasportstar.com.
Mom, it's like the 80s in here. It's so hot.
It's totally in the 80s.
Call Right Home Services.
Don't get stuck with a bogus AC. 210-444.
Injuries happen, and when they do, skip the ER and get to the Ortho Now Injury Clinic by TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine. Ortho Now provides walk-in care for injuries like broken bones, dislocations, sprains, and strains. Conveniently located in the Quarry area with extended hours Monday through Saturday with on-site x-ray casting and bracing, Ortho Now has everything you need to treat your injury, and best of all, no urgent care or emergency room copay. Learn more online at tsaog.com.
At Progressive, we understand the bond you have with your boat. It's why people name theirs.
I named my boat Sure Don't. Get it? The other day when my friend said, "Hey Larry, you want to head back in? It looks like it might rain." I said, "Sure don't." I guess they didn't get it because they didn't laugh.
Whatever you call your boat, protected by insuring it with Progressive, America's #1 boat insurer. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. #1 rating based on boat market share data from ratefilings.com.
All right, the guys are at the game, so it's shopping time.
Ugh, I hate them all.
I mean JTV.
Jewelry television? I'm obsessed with their jewelry. Have you seen their artisan collections?
And the color gemstone jewelry, they have gemstones I've never seen anywhere else. Plus, they even have gifts for men.
Right now, new customers receive 25% off their first purchase of $50 or more when they visit jtv.com/radio.
Did you know they have more than 90,000 products?
Maybe the game will go into overtime.
Hi, my name's Jason Thompson. I'm an attorney and have been representing people injured in auto and commercial truck collisions right here in San Antonio, my hometown, since 1994. Getting into a collision can be a life-altering event. Your health and recovery is the only thing that really matters, and anyone that's ever been injured in a traffic collision will tell you that. How do you get the insurance company to pay? Simple. Call me. As your attorney, my job is to get you through this. The decisions you make immediately after a collision are the most important decisions you can make. If you call me as soon as you can after a collision, I will help you make the right decisions for you and your family. Remember, I do not charge for a consultation. Growing up on the southwest side of San Antonio, when Loop 410 was the edge of town, I know how overwhelming it could be to face a giant insurance company all on your own. Just keep it simple. Call me. My number is 210-900-0400. That's 900-0400. Or go to my website at lawyerforus.com.
More fiber and laxatives, eh? Who are you? I'm future you. Future me? Constipation with belly pain still coming back? Our doctor figured it out. It's irritable bowel syndrome with constipation, or IBS-C, and Linzess could help you get ahead of it.
Linzess linaclotide is a prescription medicine that treats IBS-C in adults. It's not a laxative. It's a once-daily pill that helps you get ahead of your symptoms. It's proven to help you have more frequent and complete bowel movements and helps relieve overall abdominal symptoms, belly pain, discomfort, and bloating. These symptoms were studied in combination, not individually. Do not give Linzess to children less than 2. It may harm them. Do not take Linzess if you have a bowel blockage. Get immediate help if you develop unusual or severe stomach pain, especially with bloody or black stools. The most common side effect is diarrhea, sometimes severe. If it's severe, stop taking Linzess and call your doctor right away. Other side effects include gas, stomach area pain, and swelling. Talk to your doctor and say yes to Linzess. Learn more at linzess.com or call 1-800-LINZESS.
1, 2, 3, Cowboys! South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. 94-1, San Antonio Sports Star. Sunday at noon, the Cowboys take on the New York Giants at home. Pre-game at 11.
I like this kind of party! Woo!
Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds, the Davis Law Firm, Hornitos Tequila, Connecticut, and Jim Beam.
You like that? How about them Cowboys?
94-1, San Antonio Sports Star. South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. You're locked on the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
It's showtime!
Somebody's got to do it, Vic.
Yeah.
As we are now in the world of college sports video gaming again, EA Sports has now announced they will not make a standalone college basketball game after all. It was in the works that's what they were going to do. Mm-hmm. And they sent out a memo yesterday that EA will be pulling out because some schools had decided to work with rival publisher 2K Sports in an NBA game. Given there are some schools choosing to accept the 2K Sports proposal for inclusion in NBA 2K, the offer to be included in a college basketball video game will unfortunately have to be rescinded. Everyone at EA Sports is disappointed we couldn't find an acceptable path forward, but we appreciate your support in trying to bring a standalone college basketball game with all men's and women's Division I institution and student athletes conferences, as well as the NCAA, in a way that fans have told us they want. We really appreciate your support. Good luck with back to school and an exciting start to the football season. Let me ask you this. You worked at EA, but you also worked with youth basketball kids,
right?
Did you ever come across players like is basketball like basketball is like soccer, where you'll play for a shoe company, right? Like,
absolutely.
Okay. Would you ever have kids who wouldn't play on a certain team because they won't wear a certain shoe?
I did. I knew it. I personally didn't, but I knew one that would not play in Adidas. Didn't like him. Rolled his ankle. I'm not going to play
Didn't
for that
trust
team.
him.
Could have been on a different team entirely, but wouldn't wear him.
So the proposal for EA was they were going to have every team, every player, and that's kind of what the collegiate licensing company, which handles all these licensing, they wanted everybody to go with this. Right. Do you think the brand that is 2K, because let's face it,
2K is better.
2K is, for basketball kids, 2K is the brand.
Yes.
Like they were like,
I was at EA when 2K killed us. I was there.
So these guys said, I'd rather be in 2K than be on
absolutely.
the game with everybody.
Well, I will say this. If the EA gameplay was good, if the motor that drove the game, apart from the players, if it was competitive with 2K, they'd be doing it. This has nothing to do with the players and the unified all. They did not invest in the motor of the game, the actual gameplay, whether it be NBA play, college play, and you got to keep in mind that the play of basketball is very close to soccer in how the program is written. And how FIFA is designed, the flow is from FIFA to hockey because the flow is very much the same. You're not changing a whole lot. And then from hockey to basketball, that's the flow of how these games are developed. EA didn't invest in this. And if they had the motor that drove the game was good enough, they wouldn't care. This is them admitting failure, but saying the reason we're doing it isn't the truth. You know, they would have made the game and they would have made money, but the game itself is inferior.
Yeah,
it's inferior. So,
but if
it's not worth the investment because they didn't invest in the game.
But if it's first of all, if it's the only college sports or college basketball game, people would have played it.
They would have played it, but they didn't invest in it, and it's evident by the way it was developed. The primary game developers behind it are kind of legendary. And EA has just been unable to match what 2K and Blizzard did over the years in developing their basketball driver. And it's just an admittance of failure. It's not, we didn't want to pay and all that. No, the game's not any good. Nobody would buy it.
EA had it right back in 1996. NBA Live 96 was the bomb.
For 10 years, NBA Live was the game, and Blizzard just jumped up and about 2005 really started developing it, and by 2008 they had surpassed. They had already taken that and that combined with paying players ended it. But don't listen to EA about, it's this. No, they don't have a very good game.
Well, the plan was to have 730 different teams, which means the 365 D1 teams, men's and women's. That's a lot of work they would have had to put in on. They would have never made their money back on it.
Well, yes and no. When you build the avatar, the prototype of the player, you're really only developing probably 15 different types.
Yeah.
So, and you apply that a lot of different ways. They have chosen to develop the football and the FIFA and the NHL and let basketball slide, and they don't have as good a product. And at the end of the day, that would have moved it off of shelves. It doesn't matter the names. We survived without it before. It's just the gameplay just didn't match what they would.
2K has not published a college-only game since 2008, which they say is because it didn't sell. Which maybe the college basketball game wouldn't sell. So what they're going to do is they're talking about having 10 to 12 programs included in NBA 2K.
Yeah. You can do that when you dominate the market. That's stupid. It's not going to work. The worst thing in my experience is to do just a little bit when a lot is required, and you'd rather do nothing. So just focus on what's good and don't try to put in these little patches of college. And they're going to drop this soon enough.
Yeah. Keep It Sports, he said, it's a shame we couldn't get games that included pro and college at the same time, so you could bounce between both and see a player develop from recruit all the way to
right?
Now, there was a thing back in the day.
You could take your those from college to Madden.
To Madden, yeah. And that was fun.
Yeah, and I still think that's the dream. I still think that at some point, an all-encompassing game that includes everything from prep school to high school to college to pros that you could matriculate all the way through and have those internal leagues. Yeah, that's the absolute dream. That's that because it taps into a player for years. All you're doing is adding updates.
But I really think what happened was some of these kids were like, "Oh, I'd much rather be on 2K than some EA game."
Well,
and
yeah. At the end of the day,
all it takes is a couple to kill it.
There's a guy that I worked with named Steve Chang, who was at the end of the day, we'd have all these meetings. He goes, "Is the game fun? Is it worth playing after all this? After we do all this, are we gonna have fun? I don't care how deep it is. Is it fun?" And 2K was just more fun.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just a better game.
Speaking of brand loyalty, it also kind of pulls me over to the Penn State is switching to Adidas from Nike. 10-year deal.
Adidas, they flipped Tennessee.
How much does this impact recruiting, you think?
Think about just last week. It affects recruiting this way. Last week, who did A&M play? In a non-conference game.
Oh, they played Utah State.
Who's Utah State worn? That's an Adidas team. The non-conference football games, look at the schedule. When you see non-conference games
That's who they play each other?
Shoe teams tend to match each other. Michigan, OU, non-conference game, they're both Jordan schools. So when you see these non-conference schedules come out 5-10 years, the shoe companies play a role in this. It helps them to highlight. It helps them to bring out special gear.
I never thought about that.
So that affects recruiting in the scheduling. So, yes, it does make a deal. And, the money that comes in from Adidas, who has been flipping schools on the regular now, that's hundreds of millions of dollars that come into the school. And they also play a role, like we were talking about. Would you wear Adidas over Nike? That plays a role, but it also plays a role in scheduling, where shoes tend to play each other when they get a chance to. When you look at basketball and you see tournaments like in the Bahamas, check the number of different shoe teams that are there. Because is it mostly Adidas? Is it or is it all Nike? I mean, that plays a role.
I'm curious to see what happens. I always think it's very difficult for anybody to break into the market. Like I was really surprised that Under Armour has had the staying power that they've had.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think New Balance is serious right now?
Absolutely, I do. I think but they're going about it a different way.
The money they are spending. I personally, I can't picture buying a pair of New Balance shoes. I don't know that I ever will.
No, I never will.
But I'll say this:
they have a market, man.
They've got freaking Kawhi, Shohei Ohtani, Josh Allen, and these are like
your favorite
Tyrese Maxey,
Cameron Brink,
Cameron Brink.
I forgot about them.
Your favorite Coco Gauff, but they've got some big time stars.
You left out Cooper.
A Cooper Flag?
Cooper Flags. I mean, they're from Maine. Yeah.
Dude, they are making a push.
Yes, they are. And it'll matter.
You think it'll work?
Absolutely it does. These guys, the one thing we know for sure is good athletes move shoes. They do. Good athletes move shoes.
Yeah. Man. Jordan proved it. I don't know where they got this money from, but they are throwing it around.
Mm-hmm. Well, they've taken the cue from more Adidas than Nike and allowing these athletes and allowing the shoe to be far more than just a shoe. It's an entire lifestyle brand. There's shoes, there's clothes, there's hats, there's all this. It's not just about in fact, I would say moving the shoe that Cooper's going to wear on the court is secondary to the stuff he wears off the court anymore.
So like he's wearing like New Balance jackets and stuff?
Oh yeah.
Like I saw Josh Allen like on a post on Instagram put on a New Balance jacket, and I was like,
it's secondary to the cleat, to the shoe. Yeah. It is. It's an entire life. Once we saw what Yeezy did, once everybody saw what a star can do, and Jordan is the mark, and then we can also go to what Steph Curry did for Under Armour.
Yes.
But what Under Armour was, it was only about the shoes, baby. It was about the shoes and the swag. It had nothing to do with the clothes. That came secondary. Where New Balance is really kind of addressing the full collabs, lots of great collabs with designers. They're doing the modern method.
Man, they may have something. I'm just surprised at the money they're spending. I was like, they must be making a serious push if they're getting
absolutely.
Like I said, to have Josh Allen and Shohei Ohtani, right, and Cooper Flag. And that's on top of guys like Kawhi and Jamal Murray and Tyrese Maxey. But I'm talking those three guys they might be three of the hottest names in sports right now, and they got all three of them.
But you're not going to see New Balance go and sponsor Tennessee.
Right.
They're focusing on brand and individual, where Nike is they're still going to be, they can do the whole thing. But you will notice that Adidas has flipped some schools lately, that they have really invested in collegiate sports.
Brian says, Rob, I don't know if you're aware of this, but Nike also sells shirts and jackets.
Yes, but not to the yes. And they've exploited that with Jordan years ago. They're the monsters. They're doing it all. They are Ford General Motors, and right now, when you look at what New Balance is doing, they're Tesla. I mean, they're doing things different.
Well, maybe I need to try it. Peter says, AJ, New Balance as a comfort shoe is very good. Every podiatrist I ever went to always told me to avoid Adidas and Nike. It's why I buy Asics, Hokas, Ultras, and Mizunis.
Mizuno. Go on GOAT. Go on your shoe store, your shoe website. Go look at the number of New Balance shoes there. They've got they have a fashion line far above just comfortable shoes. They're selling a lot of product to kids that are between 18 and 28. I'm telling you, they are moving it. I see it in my house.
Though, yeah.
But they've got designer looks now. And
hey, New Balance is what I got in boot camp.
In boot camp?
Well, New Balance,
like your running shoes?
For the longest time, was the only American-made tennis shoe. Mm-hmm. And that's probably the deal they had with the U.S. Navy.
Yep. Okay. Well,
New Balance. That's Matt Bonner, too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is it?
It was. When New Balance stopped making basketball shoes, I remember Bonner putting out a plea, like tweeting out, anybody got some new, and he posted the picture of the New Balance because they're not making them anymore. So this is their resurgence into the game.
All right. I'm sorry we're over. I got too much in the shoe talk. We'll be right back. But I can never talk enough about my Karbach. Oh, my sweet, sweet nectar. That's right. Karbach Brewing got something for everybody in their lineup. And, Rob, I'm going to have to buy some more Karbachtoberfest. I'm finally out of the free stuff that Karbach sent over.
Long?
Well, I drank all that pumpkin and lager too. I had a good amount. But Karbachtoberfest, that is one of my favorites, and it is perfect for football season. Perfect for football season. Now, that's a limited time, so if you want to get your hands on it, you need to get out to the stores now and grab you some, because it's here for a good time, not for a long time. But there's some stuff that you're always going to be able to find. Of course, Love Street, that's their best seller. Their Cole Style Blonde. Hopadillo is their flagship IPA. And Crawford Bach Ziegler. I just saw the Crawford Bach gave $600,000 to the Astros Foundation, like for little kid foundation, from sales of Crawford Bach. So they're giving back to the community too. On top of that, imagine that you can drink beer and you're giving money to the communities. That's what it's all about. That's why I drink beer personally. So, guys, if you're looking to up your beer game, Carbach's the way to do it. In all the grocery stores, in all the liquor stores, but it's at a bunch of bars and restaurants too. So when you're out and about this week watching your football, go ahead and ask the bartender, please make it a Carbach.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. Just cleared that trouble spot at 281 southbound at Sonterra. Was an accident. Now clear. Still working the wrecks at Ingram at Potranco and Thousand Oaks right as you approach Wetmore. Now, if you guys see something we're not talking about, call us on the traffic tip line 210-785-2601. Otherwise, all our major freeway systems slowing down for your morning rush hour. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star and AARP Texas are sending Cowboy fans to Jerry World to see America's team play all season long. How do you get in on the action? Head to sasportstar.com now and register to win. sasportstar.com. Live it up with the boys in the Big D from AARP Texas and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
This report is sponsored by Aleve. Life doesn't wait, and neither should you. Aleve can help you deal with pain less throughout your day. With just one pill, Aleve lasts up to 12 hours. Don't let those aches and pains hold you back from doing what's important to you. Use as directed.
Nigel, why are you wearing a backpack?
I'm going back to school.
Folks, when your AC decides to flunk out or your home's plumbing is stuck in detention, you don't have to worry. At Quarter Moon Plumbing, AC, and Heating, our technicians are certified with all the latest technology and can fix any plumbing or AC issue fast and at a fair price because you deserve the A+ service.
Gotta go, Joel. We're studying paper mache. I might have to pull an all-nighter.
Quarter Moon Plumbing, Heat, and AC. 210-651-5899. License number TACLA 141-074-EM16004.
Synergenics and Low T Center, your TRT MVPs. Want to get fit like an MVP? Book a free TRT consultation and automatically be entered for a chance to win autographed sports memorabilia or tickets to a game. Winners selected every week. Book now, TRTMVP.com.
Hey, want to hear something great? Right now at Wendy's, you can get 2 of the #1 selling bacon cheeseburger in all fast food, the JBC, plus medium fries and a medium soft drink for just $8. Want to hear something else great? Double the burger means double the bacon. Now that's a game changer. 2 of the #1 bacon cheeseburgers with fries and a drink for just $8. Gotta be Wendy's.
Limited time only. U.S. price and participation may vary. Request $8 JBC meal deal to obtain discount. Individual items at regular price.
Department of Rejected Dreams. If you had a dream rejected, IKEA can make it possible.
So I always dreamed of having a man cave.
But the wife doesn't like it.
What if I called it a woman cave?
Okay, so let's not do that, but add some relaxing lighting and a comfy IKEA Hofburg ottoman, and now it's a cozy retreat.
Nice, a cozy retreat. Man cozy retreat.
Sir, okay. Find your big dreams, small dreams, and cozy retreat dreams in-store or online at IKEA.us. Dream the possibilities.
George gets justice. After being hit by an 18-wheeler, the experienced attorneys of George Salinas Injury Lawyers are San Antonio's choice for getting you the maximum compensation you deserve. With over 110 years of combined experience, they've recovered millions for their clients. 18-wheelers may be bigger than you on the road, but you can be bigger than them in the courtroom. George guarantees that you don't pay unless they win your case. Call 210-225-0909 today for a free consultation. George gets justice. GetGeorge.com.
Football is back, and Underdog is the best place to make picks and win money all season long, and you can play here in Texas. Hi, Jason Minix here from The Blitz. Love playing on Underdog because it's easy. You just pick whether you think your players are going to go higher or lower on particular stats like touchdowns, receiving yards, interceptions, rushing yards. Get your picks right, and you can win up to 5,000 times your cash, and you can play for as little as $1. So download the Underdog app. Sign up today with promo code STAR to score $50 in bonus funds when you play your first $5. That's promo code STAR. Millions of fans have won billions of dollars making picks on Underdog. Will you be next? Again, promo code STAR on Underdog. Make picks, win money. Must be 18 plus and present in Texas. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit ncpgambling.org.
Mom, it's like the 80s in here. It's so hot.
It's totally in the 80s. Our AC is bogus.
Call Right Home Services.
At Right Home Services, we love the 80s, just not on your thermostat. Don't get stuck with a bogus AC. The right AC services, the right team, and the right price. 210-444.
The right stuff. Now we can chill, Mom.
It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
All right, good morning, everybody. 8:48 on the Morning Huddle. Let's do this. UTSA and Incarnate Word this Saturday in the Alamo Dome. We got a pair of tickets to give away. Maybe we'll give them away on the Brigade Bar.
I got a few UIW defenders on the Brigade
Yeah,
Bar.
the Brigade Bar loves Incarnate Word. Let's do this. The first person on the Brigade Bar.
I wonder if they know what their original mascot was before the Cardinals.
Oh, well, I don't know the answer to that. Do you?
No.
Oh.
Well, first
No,
one
I
to win
do.
it. If it looks good, you win.
I do.
No, I want someone who's been listening to the whole show.
Oh, there you go.
So, you know what? So here's the question. In the first segment, we talked about this. The first person in the Brigade Bar to, because there's no football on television tonight, first person in the Brigade Bar to say, where will AJ be at tonight? Where am I going to be tonight? I've got a duty that I've got to do. And the duty. First person to put it in the Brigade Bar, you win a pair of tickets to Saturday's game.
Where are you going tonight?
Yeah, where am I going tonight? UTSA against UIW in the Alamo Dome. So there you go. You want to go? Hope you listen to the whole show. Hope you listen to the whole show. If you're Johnny Come Lately, you're SOL, Bubba. I hate this. Oh, Gilbert says he would answer, but he has to be at clinicals on Saturday. He's a doctor. Matt is the winner, but I'm almost certain Matt is not going to go to that game. So I don't. If he does want to go, then we'll see. If not,
Where is Matt right now? Somewhere.
I'm guessing Matt is in
some foreign country.
Yeah, he gets around. But if Matt is really wanting to go to that game, he's the winner.
He's listening sometime after supper.
That's right. And if not, J4 is the winner at my son's football game.
UIW up till about 10 years ago, more than that, was they were the Crusaders.
Oh, okay.
But they didn't stay with the Crusaders because of the negative connotation that goes with the Crusades.
You mean like violence and rape and murder?
Way back when, yes. In chase of the Ark of the Covenant and whatnot.
Yeah. Matt says AJ is correct. He is not going. So J4, congratulations. Call in, and you are the winner. I hate when people do these things, these power rankings. The point of a power ranking is to decide, like, who's better than who. Like realistically put out in the big picture. The power ranking should be, who do you think the best team is
today?
Yeah, and would they beat team below them? Would they beat team below them? Today. So The Athletic puts out their Week 2 NFL power rankings. Mm-hmm. And they've got number 1, the Philadelphia Eagles.
Rightfully so.
I'm not going to complain about that. All right. Number 2, the Green Bay Packers.
I'm not going to complain too much.
You think the Packers are the second best team in the NFL?
Well, I mean, No, they're not. I mean, they probably were the second most impressive win. I mean, they dispatched Detroit. I mean, it wasn't even close.
Okay.
But other than, I would put the two teams that played Sunday night ahead of Green Bay, but they did look awfully good in their win. So I get the vote, but this is, again, just today. But I would say that certainly Buffalo deserves to be number 2 up there.
Bills are number 3. Chargers number 4.
Yeah, I buy that.
Commanders number 5.
No, I think Baltimore deserves something here.
49ers number 6.
Yeah, they had to fight for it.
Rams number 7. Baltimore number 8.
See, that's too low for them. That's not giving Buffalo the credit they deserve.
So what it says is, and this is the dumbest thing you can say, if you're making a real power ranking, the dumbest thing you can say is, let's be honest, had the final 5 minutes gone differently Sunday, they'd probably be our number 1 team. They were so dominant for so long that night that it feels weird to have them this low. Yeah. Because it is weird.
Because they lost in a miraculous way, in a way that we had never seen before. Well, again, it's just today.
If the Super Bowl happened today, and it was Ravens versus insert any team you want, the Ravens would be favored in the Super Bowl.
I would agree.
The Ravens are deservingly should be the number 1 power-rated team, which means if they played on a neutral field, who would be the favorite? The Ravens would be a favorite over everyone. They have them behind the Rams and the 49ers. Stop it.
Well, I think just out of general, they lost and the Rams and 49ers won, but I disagree with it.
It's absurd. They've got the Bengals at number 9. I'll be honest, the Bengals did not look good at all. They dropped the Chiefs down to number 10. The Lions dropped from number 6 to number 14.
And that's the one I agree with. I mean, and it's not a matter of their weakness. It's a matter of the improvement of everybody around them and the lack of coaching.
Texans dropped from 8 to 17. Cowboys are at number 22.
And where were they before?
20.
Yeah.
Actually,
I'm surprised they dropped.
Teams below the Cowboys. Who would you think would be favored? Cowboys or Falcons?
Given the game, well, the Falcons can score points too.
The Falcons would be favored over the Cowboys.
Yeah.
The Bears are 24. The Jets are 25. Browns 26. Titans, Patriots, Panthers.
Well, they're above that line.
I think so, too.
Yeah, they're above that line. But in that group you just mentioned before, the Titans, yeah, that's the right room. They're in the right place.
Saints are at 30. Giants are at 31.
That's about right.
Who do you think is 32?
Carolina? No, Saints. No. I would have thought it would be Carolina.
The Browns moved up from 32 to 26. The Titans moved up from 31 to 27.
Yeah.
The team that they've got number 32, who they say is the worst team in the league, was 19 last week, the Miami Dolphins.
Again, right now, I agree.
Imagine the Dolphins playing the Saints on a neutral field. The Dolphins would be like 7-point favorites.
Pay money to see that.
No, you wouldn't.
I want it to be in a driving rainstorm.
I would neither.
Pouring rain on top of that.
All right, we'll be right back. 1 hour to go in the program. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
On your ride to work, it's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. KTFM Floresville.
This report is sponsored by Taco Bell. The slow-roasted Cantina chicken menu is here to stay with ingredients like purple cabbage and freshly prepared pico de gallo. Try it today at a participating U.S. Taco Bell location while supplies last. Contact store for participation, which varies.
If you get arrested, get out of jail fast by calling AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text BAIL to 474747 or online at mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else. Don't be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you one, make sure you understand the conditions before accepting it. AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They have payment plans. Call 210-225-2121 or mybestbailbonds.com.
License number 149.
Have pain? Have chronic pain, low back pain, knee pain, neck pain, or shoulder pain? I can help. I'm Dr. Torres at the Institute for Functional Health, and we get to the root of your pain. We don't just give pain medications, we do the proper investigation to see what is the root cause, and it's covered by your insurance. Reduce your medication, avoid surgery, and get rid of pain for good. Call for your free evaluation. I'm Dr. Torres at the Institute for Functional Health, where we get to the root cause of your problem. 210-468-1891.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin. $5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $200-$300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code PARTY5 to get up to a $5 bonus on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code PARTY5 to get up to a $5 bonus on your first tank. That's code PARTY5 to get up to a $5 bonus on your first tank.
It all comes down to this, folks.
Yep, the entire season is on the line.
But my throat has officially thrown in the towel.
Sounds like you need Vicks VapoCool drops. They're max strength and vaporize sore throat pain.
Whoa! These VapoCool drops hit fast.
Speaking of fast, did you just see that play?
Yeah, he vaporized that ball.
That pun should have come with a penalty.
Vaporize sore throat pain with Vicks VapoCool drops. Use as directed.
You like saving money, right? We all do. That's why Allstate just lowered the price of car insurance. Not, but wait, there's a catch. Lower. Actually lower. So if you're shopping around or just want to see how much you could save, check Allstate first for a new lower auto rate that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate. Not available in every state. Only applicable for new auto insurance business. Rates will vary by several factors, including how you purchase the policy. Potential savings vary. Allstate North American Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Mom, it's like the 80s in here. It's so hot.
It's totally in the 80s. Our AC is bogus.
Call Right Home Services.
At Right Home Services, we love the 80s, just not on your thermostat. Don't get stuck with a bogus AC. The right AC services, the right team, and the right price. 210-444.
The right stuff. Now we can chill, Mom.
If you've been waiting to update your home, don't wait any longer, because Macy's Labor Day sale has our lowest prices of the season on everything, from our exclusive Radley sectional in so many fabric and leather options, to our beautifully crafted Headworth Queen bed, plus top mattress brands like Sealy and Beauty Rest for that new bed, all at 20 to 60% off, over half off. But don't wait any longer. Our lowest prices of the season won't last forever. Hurry into Macy's today. Savings off already reduced prices. Exclusions apply.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star Traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. Just cleared that trouble spot at 281 southbound at Sonterra. Was an accident. Now clear. Still working the wrecks at Ingram at Potranco and Thousand Oaks right as you approach Wetmore. Now, if you guys see something we're not talking about, call us on the traffic tip line 210-785-2601. Otherwise, all our major freeway systems slowing down for your morning rush hour. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
San Antonio Sports Center.
The NFL delivered yet another thriller as the Minnesota Vikings came from behind in a thrilling victory to beat the Bears 27-24 on Monday night. In Cowboy news, after uncertainty after Sunday's game, Giants head coach Brian Daboll told reporters that he intends to start Russell Wilson on Sunday when they play the Cowboys in Dallas's home opener. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Sports Center is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
9:01 on the Morning Huddle, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Come on, guys.
What?
We got guys trying to scam Vic.
Yeah, had a couple people
Hey,
say,
A
I'm
bunch of
J4.
scammers.
You're not cheating. You're not trying. That's what Harbaugh told me.
I'm J4.
On the third one was it. He typed something.
Man,
It was
that's
Corey.
what.
I think his name's Corey.
See, y'all are gonna make me stop giving stuff away to the Brigade Bar.
Why?
Because they're a bunch of shady asses.
Well, no, it wasn't the Brigade Bar. They're the honest ones. It was the ones that not on the Brigade Bar calling in.
Yeah. As soon as I said type something on the Brigade Bar to verify,
and they said
Brigade
Bar.
They just, one guy didn't know what it was.
Oh man!
I'm like, it's on YouTube.
You dirty
He
sons
goes,
of
I
guns.
can't go on YouTube while I'm driving.
Hey,
It's
I
like, well,
appreciate
I don't know what
Man.
to tell you.
You call it cheating. I call it gamesmanship.
I'm
Yeah.
J4. There's only one J4.
Yeah.
There's only one out there. Everybody knows that. Can't believe someone tried to imitate J4.
Yeah, they didn't trick me. I got it.
All right. So we got the right guy?
I just want to make it fair. I got the right guy. That's
okay,
right.
Good. All right. You got to go to the bathroom real bad?
Yeah, I do. I'm sorry.
He's like, dude, you got to stop talking to me. Oh, no. What'd you eat last night, Vic?
Oh, actually, I ate pretty good. I ate steak and potatoes.
Okay.
So,
what do you think's hitting you right now?
Dang, steak and potatoes?
And a salad, yeah.
Oh, what kind of dressing?
It's actually the Chick-fil-A, the avocado lime ranch dressing.
Okay.
And it's very good. It only has 1 gram of carb per serving, so it's pretty good.
Okay, and you only have one serving, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I do light dressing on it. I can't do too much.
All right. Go ahead and,
All right, I'm
go
out.
ahead and take your break. Go ahead and take your break.
He even warned us as soon as we get back.
Oh, the struggle is real sometimes. Once that coffee hits you, it's all bets are off.
Normally I'm in traffic. Only right about that gurgle starts, I run into traffic. Delayed 19 minutes.
The fan who hit Lamar Jackson got an indefinite ban from an NFL stadium.
That facial recognition software.
I know.
Bites you in the ass.
You can't even throw a green dildo on the court anymore, much less slap a player in the head. You got to. It's just times are hard, man. Times are hard.
It's got to be a regular fan.
Yeah.
Just fight with people in the stands like normal fans.
I know. That's the way to. Well, but then they'll pick you out for that. Then they'll throw you out of there for that too. You can't do any wild behavior at a football
Unless
game
you're in
anymore.
Philadelphia. I
No,
think
there's no rules there.
expected.
Yeah. Philadelphia doesn't have a lady basketball team though, do they?
I don't think so. No.
Okay. Yeah, no, they don't. Thank goodness, because there would be lots of green dildos, eagle fly dildos flying through the air. Yeah, he got suspended from all NFL stadiums forever. Well, that seems harsh, but
Hey,
I don't
man,
know.
You've proven that you will reach out and touch a professional player.
That's true. But what? Okay, should there be any backlash for Lamar for retaliating?
No.
Okay. All right.
I mean, he's protecting himself.
Oh, come on.
I'm just saying. I mean, you're allowed to punch back.
Okay. Well, he didn't punch. He just kind of like
flailed.
Yeah.
You're allowed to flail back.
I saw something like the guy who was making an apology. And he was wearing a neck brace.
Yeah.
I don't know. He was like trying to. I don't know what his plan is, but I don't think it's gonna work. Whatever it is.
Like, I'd like you to meet my attorney, Saul Goodman.
Yeah, that was funny. Speaking of the NFL and quarterbacks fighting back, C.J. Stroud is fighting back with his team. I don't know how you feel about this. I'm actually pretty good with it. Here's what C.J. had to say after the rather disappointing loss, especially for the offense this weekend.
You can shoulda, woulda, coulda all day. We didn't deserve to win that game because we didn't do the right things. So when you come out in NFL lollygagging and not going through the motions, that kind of what happens. So I think we'll be all right. But I think it's a good wake up call for us.
You know what we got here is a bunch of lollygaggers.
A lollygagging. We had a lollygagging effort.
What that means? Lollygaggers.
265 total yards. That ain't good. He said, I love the confidence we have, but there's a type of mindset of, did I do enough? I think it's healthy because you'll probably do more. Just for me preparing, I've got to do a better job, and I've also got to hold all my guys accountable.
Well, That's his job.
Yeah.
Well, the next step is first you take personal. This is on me, and then when you lose again, you have your players only meeting.
Mm-hmm.
That's the process, right? We have a players only meeting. Get everything straight, and then when you lose again, the coach gets fired.
Yes. I love when guys take accountability, and it seems like C.J. Stroud is taking accountability. Unlike the coach of the Tennessee Titans, this Brian Callahan, who, listen, I think this guy's a dopey coach anyway. He should have never been hired. But we don't have his audio clip. I wish we did, where he said an elbow doesn't, like, they could have challenged a catch. That could have been a game changing. And the receiver landed with his elbow down after he made the catch.
Well, I was told an elbow equals 2 feet.
Well, he said an elbow doesn't equal 2 feet.
That's not what I was told.
So his foot would have had to come down as well. How does everybody know that that's not the rule except for the NFL head coach? And now they asked him about this after the game. They're like, did you consider challenging him? He's like, no, his elbow hit first, and his foot would have had to come down too. And they're like, no, that's not the rule.
No, you just elbow's good.
So, of course, Titans fan online is like, this guy's a dope, and which he is. That's kind of
need to know the rules.
You got it. And now, what do you think the coach says after that?
If he's smart, you go, yeah, oops.
He says,
brain fart.
I misspoke.
Oh, no, you brain fart.
I'm well aware of the rule.
Oh, okay.
I understand how it works. And the way I articulated it afterwards was incorrect. I mean, it was a pretty direct question, like, why didn't you challenge? And you said the rule is this, and it's the opposite of the rule.
Well, you're not allowed to be honest. You're not allowed to go, yeah, I blew that one. I was watching the video of the dot races and got lost. My bad. I won't do that again. My bad. Oops. Yeah, y'all noticed that, huh?
Yeah, he said
I blew that one.
He said, I understand the rules of this game pretty well, but I don't know. Well, first of all, and I will say this for Brian Callahan, even though I do think he's a dopey coach, he has a guy who I always say, if you don't understand the rules or you're bad with the clock, hire someone who's good with that stuff. And he's got one. This guy named Rob Reederer, who's he's the director of game management and strategic initiatives is his title.
That's a hell of a title.
And he could have said, challenge the play.
He should have said.
He should have said, challenge the play. And they asked him if he got directive to challenge the play, and he took full responsibility. He said, it was on me. It was my choice. But
as he should.
But if you're gonna hire the guy to do that job,
no, I'm sure if the guy didn't do his job, I'm gonna go talk to him. But it's not my job to throw him out to the wolves. At the end of the day, it's his fault.
How much of this game did you get to see?
Enough to be surprised at how good their offense looked. To be honest with you, I didn't expect them to do what they did.
Cam Ward's assessment of their performance: we were ass, honestly. When you get a defense that gets 3 or 4 turnovers and don't capitalize on it, that's on us.
That's true.
They scored 6 points off the 4 turnovers that the Titans defense created. Got 2 field goals out of it, and one came with 49 seconds left in the first quarter. And now Tony Pollard fumbled on one of those plays. Ward, 12 of 28, 112 yards. Now, a lot of them were drops.
The thing about watching Ward play, and this is just the modern quarterback who throws at every different arm level, who's got the up, the side,
he throws at one
under.
arm level, and it's the wrong one.
And when he uses that sidearm, the delivery is such that I think it jumps up on receivers because it doesn't come out the right way. And it appears to me that he hits guys in the hands. He's pretty accurate, but the ball's coming at this weird angle that guys, you can see it just kind of gets up on them real quick. You can tell it's going to take a long time for them to get used to playing with the way Cam Ward delivers the ball. I figure it's probably the same way with Kyler Murray because if you're a receiver downfield, I don't even think you can see him. You just see the ball come out from behind. Seriously.
You see the top of a helmet, and you see the ball fly out of a pile.
The ball comes over the top, which I do think takes some time to get used to. Tua as well.
Oh, boy. Miguel says, can't the same be said for Chicago's coach last night challenging the fumble near the end of the game?
Dumb.
Well,
dude.
I mean, that was a bad challenge, but I at least understand it. You're trying to make something happen.
I know, but
that's different. Like you always say, sins of omission and commission. That's trying to create something that maybe or maybe wasn't there. This is your guy caught the ball pretty clearly, and you decided, like, what would have been a game-saving thing, you said, well, it is what it is.
What if he came out and said, dude, I whiffed. You're right. Would you hold it against him? Like,
yes.
I can tell you this, it'll never happen again.
Because you're an NFL coach.
You should know.
The expectation is you're going to know the rule book as well or better than the officials.
Or have paid someone to tell you that there's something going. Right. So you're damned if you do and damned if you don't. You can either come out and own it and say, you're right. I don't know what I was thinking. I had another play in my head. It was week 1, game 1. My process I thought had in place failed. I can tell you this, it won't happen again. I don't think that gets you out of the steam. You're like, dude, I don't care. There's only 32 of these jobs in the world. You're supposed to know this.
Yeah, it's just got to be like the standard is know all the rules.
I misspoke.
Yeah, I hate when just be like, no, man, I was wrong. I thought I knew this and I didn't. And which I mean, I'd be mad at that too. Don't get me wrong.
And just say, you know what, I'm never going to let this happen again.
Yeah.
Remember McCarthy the first couple games with the Cowboys? He couldn't get the clock right at all. This clock's running down. They don't get it tagged down for a couple of games, and he danced around it like this. Well,
most of these guys who are like really great play callers or really focused on one side, one aspect of the ball, those are the guys who generally are awful with game strategy.
I agree with all that. So just own it and fix it. Just admit the fact that I whiffed on that one, guys. Everybody does.
That's why guys like Belichick are so great. Guys who have kind of like mastered the entirety of the game because he'll take advantage of rules, and then the NFL will have to come out and change things because he's like taking penalties on purpose to stop the clock, and they're like, oh, we got to change that. We got to do this runoff.
Well, speaking of this, what a great dichotomy, because we're talking about young new coach with the Bears making a mistake calling for the challenge. On the other side of the field, you got second-year coach, third year coach now? He was the same thing Ben was before. He was the same thing. Calling for the dude to run out of the end zone so we can get.
He's like fourth year. LaFleur's like, or no, not LaFleur. O'Connell's. I think he's third year.
But what a brilliant move! They were talking about it in the booth, and that's one thing. But should they run it out to get the ball down dead before the 2-minute warning?
Oh my gosh,
that's brilliant.
Chicago. That's the more than the fumble challenge. You've got to kick that ball, even if you kick the ball directly out of bounds.
Yeah, don't let them touch it.
It cannot be. It has to either go straight out of bounds, or if your kicker's got the leg, straight through the goalpost, like out, unplayable. That was, to me, the biggest bonehead call.
It was a bonehead call, and I'm not sure their kicker's capable of getting it out of bounds. Maybe he is.
He can get it out of bounds. He might not be able to get it out of the end zone.
Is what I'm talking about.
And if you can't, you take the penalty, and they get that yardage. But that yardage is the least important thing right now.
It was the clock that he allowed to keep ticking, and that's when our coach made the difference. A coach literally made a call that changed the game.
Yeah. And that is I think that's a genius coach. I think that's one of the better maybe the best young coach in football, like,
and that's
5 years or less.
I don't think we're far enough away from what those two did last night. The quarterback that everybody been waiting on for a year went through a half of just dead bad football, and then everything dials in the fourth quarter. That was a rare thing to witness, and it takes a coach of that caliber and a kid of that caliber too to do it.
And I mean, he trusts him.
Yeah, all of it.
And kudos to him for just like, and even you saw at halftime, he played so bad in the first half. McCarthy did, and when they interviewed Kevin O'Connell, he was like, no, he's doing everything I'm asking him to do. He's doing exactly what I want him to do. He's just not making mistakes. And
well, a lot of people turned that TV off with pick six. That pick six went the other way. A lot of people said, well, that's it. And I was right there with him.
But a lot of people didn't realize that's the Chicago Bears on the other side of that field. And they will find a way. Ben Johnson, welcome to the club of guys who had memorable first games that they would love to forget.
It looked so good, too. Chicago fan was celebrating.
Oh, they were so loud in the first quarter when Caleb was chucking it around. Everybody's feeling good. Well, welcome to Chicago.
Bears are going to bear.
They had Bill Murray on the Manning cast talking about winning a Super Bowl. Yeah.
I didn't watch the Manning cast. I should have.
I didn't watch the whole thing. I just saw a little bit of it. All right, let's take a break. When we come back, we'll see what's going on outside the world of sports. It is the Morning Huddle on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hey, friends, 'tis the season. Twin Peaks is waiting on you for all your fantastic football doings. And as the games begin, Twin Peaks has hosted nights that are worthy of stopping by long before and after every game. You know, Bourbon and Brews is back. That's my favorite thing that Twin Peaks has been doing for years. But see, what Twin Peaks does is on Fridays, they celebrate the coming weekend with the finest bourbons, the finest brews, and a lingerie costume party that year. Well, you know, you just kind of got to be there to enjoy that. That's been one of the regulars for Twin Peaks for years, and it is back with everything you're chasing. Along with that, if during football season, wear your jersey to the games. Wear your jersey to Twin Peaks. There's all kinds of stuff behind that. They got jersey giveaways. There's shots going on all day long. There is no better place than this Twin Peaks to watch all of your favorite football games. Get there on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday with all those TVs, every game you're chasing. And I promise you, there'll be somebody with a jersey just like yours there so you can join with friends like mine. The menu matches what you're chasing. The beers are cold, 29 degrees. There's no better place. Again, 'tis the season to head over to Twin Peaks. They're waiting to do everything that you love. The season is here. The eats always spectacular. Scratch made when you order them. The drinks icy cold made by a mixologist. That is worth everything you're getting. And why do we go? Well, it's so easy. It's those scenic views.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. Get reports of an accident on I-10 eastbound at South Florida Street, south side of town. 35 southbound Wiederstein Shirts area. That stall's been moved off to the left shoulder. 35 southbound Frostbank Center Drive, stall right shoulder. And 281 northbound at Bassey, that stall also off to the right shoulder. If you guys see something we're not talking about, call us on the traffic tip line. That number is 210-785-2601. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star is calling all golfers. The Fall Golf Classic is back. Mark your calendars for Monday, September 29th, and lock in your spot for one of the most fun golf events of the year at the Olympia Hills Golf Club. For just $120 per player, or $400 for a foursome, you'll get 18 holes of fun, friendly competition, and non-stop laps with your crew. But don't wait. Spots will sell out fast. And once they're gone, they're gone. This isn't your average uptight tournament. It's all about cutting loose, enjoying the day, and supporting a great cause. The Community Foundation of the Hill Country, presented by the Law Office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Charm Club, and sponsored by Fly by Yingling and PPL Motorhomes. And when the final putt drops, the party's just getting started. Head over to the Break Room Bar on Pat Booker Road for the official after party. Cold drinks, great food, and the perfect finish to a perfect day. Don't get left out. Grab your crew, grab your clubs, and get ready for a Monday you won't forget. Sign up now at sasportstar.com.
This report is sponsored by your local Can-Am dealer.
Right now through October 31st, take advantage of the Can-Am factory sales and get a rebate of up to $3,500 on select 2025 Can-Am side-by-side or ATV vehicles. Conditions apply. Visit your local Can-Am dealer for details.
What we've been doing is pulling one of the people that sells the car every month and giving them a prize.
Give Me the VIN is giving away $25,000 in cash every month.
David Ling sold your car last
I sold a 2020 RX 350.
Yep. Yeah. Open that check up and tell me what it says.
$25,000.
$25,000. Give me that. David Ling of Claremont, California is the latest winner in GimmeTheVin.com's big cash giveaway. $25,000. What am I getting for being here? No purchase necessary. For official rules, go to GimmeTheVin.com. Sell us your car.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance supervisor at a manufacturing facility, he knows keeping the line up and running is a top priority. That's why he chooses Grainger. Because when a drive belt gets damaged, Grainger makes it easy to find the exact specs for the replacement product he needs. And next day delivery helps ensure he'll have everything in place and running like clockwork. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
What would you do if you had a little bit more money to do it?
I'd go to law school.
I'd open a bakery.
I'd travel to visit my grandparents I haven't seen in 10 years.
We all have things we want to do in life, and there are people who want to help you do them. So how do we best ask for that help? GoFundMe. GoFundMe is the #1 fundraising platform. 200 million people have used GoFundMe to support people doing things like furthering their education, starting a small business, or bringing people together in support of a cause. No matter what your goals are, GoFundMe helps you take an important step toward them. GoFundMe is free to set up and manage, easy to use, and designed to help you reach your goals.
The community was so supportive in helping me finally open my bakery. Now, every day I wake up and get to do what I love.
And it all started with GoFundMe.
What would you do if you had the money to do it? Get started today with GoFundMe. Start your GoFundMe today at GoFundMe.com/power. That's GoFundMe.com/power. GoFundMe.com/POWER. This is a commercial message brought to you by GoFundMe with actors voicing experiences inspired by our users.
Don't you agree that it's a wonderful thing to save a dog's life? I certainly do, and I invite you to go to puppyfoodbank.org and make a $15 a month donation right now. Do it now, and Thomas J. Henry will generously match all charitable donations made this month online at puppyfoodbank.org. It's your chance to help save thousands of pets in our community, so please give a little to help save little guys like you. So please go to puppyfoodbank.org right now, and they'll send you a very nice gift.
George gets justice. After an accident, a lot of people think they can't afford a lawyer. They're already stressed, hurting, or maybe out of work, and the last thing they need is a big retainer fee to get help. But here's the truth. At George Salinas Injury Lawyers, you only pay if they win. Real help is within reach. Right now, call 210-225-0909 or visit getgeorge.com. George gets justice. GetGeorge.com. Principal Office, San Antonio.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
Grown-ups, don't go back to school. Go forward through school into your future as an IT professional. Whether you're starting out, switching careers, or a veteran ready for change, My Computer Career can help you get into IT in just a few short months with no prior experience. So take the free career evaluation now at mycomputercareer.edu. Your rewarding career in IT awaits. That's mycomputercareer.edu. An Elite CompTIA certification partner. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including the VA benefits.
From kickoff to cash out, ESPN Bet has the tools you need to score more on game days. Bet smarter with stats at your fingertips. Get personalized parlays built just for you. And with your fantasy team synced right in the app, you can back your squad. Right now, new customers get $100 in bonus bets when you bet $10. Sign up with promo code USL to get started. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Sunday at noon. The Cowboys take on the New York Giants at home. Pregame at 11.
I like this kind of party.
Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds, the Davis Law Firm, Hornitos Tequila, Connecticut, and Jim Beam.
You like that? How about them Cowboys?
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
I want to feel this music with you, everybody. I want to feel it together. All at once now. Do you feel me, Rob?
I can't get over the pain of Enniskillen.
Oh, you know
it's
what?
Not a rebel song.
This brings me because I saw this this silly little band at the Sphere once.
Oh yeah.
I'll go ahead and I'll go. Well, you know what? You'd have to get on a plane to go there, Victor.
Never mind.
Yeah.
No.
Do you think you'll ever fly on a plane again?
Oh yeah, I will. I just don't know when. But yeah, it's been. I don't even know what to expect.
You're not even gonna know how to do it.
No. Hey, there was a movie that showed I guess what everybody goes through, like the the security checkpoints. I
Yeah.
guess before it wasn't nothing like that.
You don't remember any of those
No.
days, yeah? You don't remember ever having to take your shoes off or anything like that?
No, I mean back in the day, it was all like, if you had a gun, they were like, here, you just hold it, and then they checked it, and then they passed you through. If you had a knife, it wasn't no big deal.
Yeah, you can't even.
But now you can't even
have that. No way. I can't recommend the Sphere more. I do think it's very cool. I hope that. I mean, obviously Vegas is a good place to have one. I hope they build more. I hope there's like 3 or 4 of those things around the country, just because it's such a fascinating thing, and it would be. I think it'd be great tourism for like.
Build one in Texas so I can drive to it.
They should build one in San Antonio.
They should.
This would be a locale that would seem to be appropriate. Although not so much the Sphere, but they've got those small spheres that are popping up. There's one in Arlington now that you can go sit and it feels like you're
in the game.
Yeah. So I think that technology is much more.
I want a real sphere.
Yeah, you've got to figure that there's probably 10 or 15 more out there.
It should be.
We'll call it Project Marvel Plus.
James Dolan is the one who owns the thing. He's making some money off of it. I'm surprised he hasn't built another one. The reason why I bring it up is the Wizard of Oz is what's showing at the Sphere right now. Now, remind you, this came out 86 years ago. 86 years ago. And imagine, like, there are people now who won't go pay $15 to go to the movie theater because they say, well, I'll be able to stream it in 2 months anyway.
Right.
Oh, yeah, I think that.
But this movie that came out 86 years ago, people are paying $200 a ticket to watch The Wizard of Oz in the Sphere. So, and we all know what happens in The Wizard of Oz.
Right.
If you wanted to watch it on your TV, you could watch it. But it's an experience more than anything, and it's an experience that the movie theater just can't match.
Right.
The film is reportedly grossing about $2 million per day on its one screen.
Yeah.
What?
Per day.
Well, dude, I've been in there. I could see it. I mean, there's not a seat in there less than $150, $200, right? What's the average?
Yeah, $150, $200 is like the low end. It could gross more than $500 million by the end of the year, and as much as $1 billion before the run concludes.
Unreal. Is there a bad seat in the Sphere?
Yeah, depending on what you're chasing.
So
different vibes.
I've only been on the floor.
I was midway up where I was told to sit.
And some people say, like, if you get up high,
you want to go high.
It makes you feel sick. Some people don't like sitting down low. I don't know. I'm not sure what the sweet spot is. I've only been once.
Right.
But
you saw live. I saw the movie. I saw the experience.
Okay. Well, so what did they show? What would during the experience?
I think basically what you saw as far as individual songs, but I don't see them performing live. I'm seeing what's going on.
Only what's on the screen. Okay.
And hearing it, and every now and then you get some video of them. But I think I saw exactly what you guys saw.
Just without you two being in the building,
actually performing. That's my guess, anyway.
Okay. So James Dolan spent $100 million on making the film fit after he secured the rights to show it, which included using some AI and going full 4D. But like they're doing some things like where when the tornado scene happens, there's like debris flying around.
That's crazy. I'd pay for it. I would.
There's flying monkeys swooping through the stadium. I don't know. It's
really?
Yeah. Like so.
Think about the market that you're aimed at. I mean, The Wizard of Oz from 8 to 80. I mean, anybody that lands in Vegas can go see this and genuinely enjoy it. It's a brilliant move. I was looking to see if there's other spheres being built. The second sphere is being planned. The construction is about to begin in Abu Dhabi. The primary issue from them not being built to other places is, first of all, the investment. It's massive. But light pollution.
Oh.
That's the reason that London and Paris have said no immediately because of the lights on the outside.
Paris said no?
They're the city of lights, but I think they
want City of Lights.
I think they
want
it all focused on the tower.
Yeah, too much light. Yeah, that's a weird. I can't believe someone would say
it's going to have that big old face looking at everybody.
Well, have all that stuff.
There's going to be one in Dubai or Abu Dhabi.
Oh, yeah, easily.
Abu
guaranteed.
Dhabi's already planned. They're going to break.
Oh, it is already planned?
Yeah, it's already planned. They're going to be breaking ground.
And there'll be one in Tokyo.
Let's see.
Is there any room left?
You'd assume. Yeah.
They'll find room. They'll find room.
They're exploring building smaller Sphere venues with seating capacities around 5,000, which probably is the most appropriate way they're going to grow.
What's this?
And the
seating
first one they're going to
capacity?
build like that will either land on Sunset Strip in L.A. or South Korea or Saudi Arabia.
Okay. I don't know why you need to build one in L.A. I mean, that's already a hour plane ride from Vegas. The Sphere holds like 20,000, something like that.
Oh, okay.
If you count standing room. So, I mean, I don't know. But there are people up in arms that they've touched it up with AI, and some people think it's disgraceful. Now, me personally, I think Judy Garland is very, very alluring. Even though I know she was very crazy at the end when she was a drunk old bag. But I think she is a smoke show in that movie. I would totally have Tin Manned Judy Garland.
You'd have been Liza's
father. Oh, yes. And I think, honestly, the Tin Man could have had her sexually.
Who's to say that he didn't?
I don't know. They probably rolled around.
Those
in
red shoes weren't always on the ground, if you know what I mean.
Deleted scenes.
Yeah.
No, they had her.
I have never.
I'd pay $200 for. The
Have you
deleted
seen Wicked?
scene. No, I don't care about that.
See, Wicked's a prequel, right?
Yeah,
Is that
yeah.
what it's supposed to? I haven't seen Wicked either.
My wife watched it, and then she was like, "Do you want to watch it?" I'm like, "I don't know. I don't think I care about that."
No desire.
I don't even like when they try to do like Wizard of Oz 2 and Return to Oz. I don't like that.
In San Antonio growing up, I guess it's every place. It was always Wizard of Oz was always on Easter.
Okay. Well, because I mean, it's got so many Christian references.
For whatever reason, on the Saturday before Easter, you got Wizard of Oz, and then on Sunday, you got
the
the
Wizard,
Ten
the Flying Monkeys.
You got
That's
the
it
Ten
makes
Commandments.
sense. Yeah, that makes
You
sense.
had the religious side on Sunday. You got the Ten Commandments, and on Saturday, you got the Wizard of Oz.
Well, that's because there was a lot of devil stuff happening in the Wizard of Oz, and then Sunday everything's fixed because he is risen.
That's why you got the Ten Commandments.
That's right. That's right. This is always a bad idea. If you're running from police, you jump out of your car, you take off, and you're looking for some place to hide. A bad place to hide is inside an unplugged refrigerator. You know why? Because some of those industrial refrigerators, you can't open from the inside.
That's right.
So after a while, when you're a bad guy, you realize I can't get out, and you start to panic. And so when all the police are around looking for you, they hear you beating on the inside of the refrigerator. Yeah, that's when they find you and get you. That's what happened.
So he didn't die, at least.
He didn't die. But he was found inside a large unplugged refrigerator.
You know, growing up, my age now.
Get me out of here!
Seriously, growing up, that was kind of an ongoing problem.
Oh, yeah.
Kids were getting locked into refrigerators. It was
because when you were a kid, you guys had those handles that you had to
I never did, but I think I was like the next generation, so all of those eventually got thrown out. So those are the refrigerators that were killing.
Those
my
are the
generation.
dangerous ones. Yeah.
They were just out in the backyard, and somebody would climb in the fridge, and they'd find them 2 days later.
Yep.
Melted.
A Fulton woman, Fulton, Missouri, has been arrested after hitting two bicyclists. They were both warming up their bikes before a race.
With her car?
With her car, yeah. Unfortunately...
Was it at separate times or once?
No, all at once.
Okay.
The SUV hit the first boy and threw him from his bicycle before running over the bike. His ankle was swollen. The second boy said he was able to swerve out of the way of the SUV to avoid being seriously injured, but he was run over and he got, nicks and bruises. Now, they were riding specialized bicycles that would cost $7,200 to replace each one.
Good Lord.
The thing about this is this happened at 9 a.m. on Sunday morning. So, when people are leaving church and things like that, it's a dangerous time to be driving crazy. It's also a crazy time of day to have a .252 blood alcohol content.
I think that started Saturday night.
.252 at 9 in the morning on Sunday.
Well, it was about a .3 at 5 a.m. the drinking began well before Sunday if you're at 2 and a 5. 2 point.
How drunk? Oh, my God.
That's a lot of Sacramento wine.
This gal was loaded.
Have you seen the video of the county sheriff?
She's 25 years old, too.
She's in prison.
She's wearing her mugshot, she's wearing a pink Nirvana shirt.
I will say, do you guys live in neighborhoods?
She's so cool.
Do you live in neighborhoods with a bunch of bikers? What,
I do.
bicycle rider?
Where I live,
I do. Yeah,
everybody seems to be into fitness.
Oh,
Everybody's
my
jogging and riding their bikes all the time.
Yeah, a few banditos live in my.
But
No,
we
I'm,
have-
I'm talking motorcycle and bicycle riders.
Yeah, we have bike lanes though and trails,
See,
so
we
they don't
don't,
ride in the.
And on Babcock, outside of 1604, seems to be the primary route for a lot of the cross-country bicycle riders, and I
Okay.
can see hitting a few.
Intentionally?
Man, they get in the, I mean, I'm all about giving road. I want you to be able to ride your bike. You don't get to ride in the middle of the street. I don't care how fast you drive.
Well, they're not allowed to ride on the
There'll
sidewalks.
be like 8 or 10 of them in this rolling bicycle gang of tight pants and bright helmets. And they'll just like get in the road, and they don't care. I'll take a few of them out. I wish I had a cattle guard and just kind of nudge them.
You can't
I'm
do
trying
that,
to get
Rob.
my tacos at 9
You
a.m.
can't do that.
And these fitness freaks are blocking the road. I got tacos to get.
I actually
Why don't you
don't
take
think
Sensei with you and just have him chase
I
him?
should just chase them out of the road.
Yeah. Get 'em, boy. I don't know that you should say those things on the radio
I don't
because
know.
eventually you'll hit one and people will think
Like
it's
he
on purpose.
did it on purpose.
Yeah,
But
he-
anybody who's been
he said
behind,
he was going to do it.
You're just out on the road, some country road, and there's like 15 dudes on bicycles.
Oh, of course, right when you're there.
Get off the road. At least let me get through. I don't want to.
Oh yeah.
I don't want to be mean, but my God.
Do they have all the gear on? And
Oh,
the
name it.
helmets. And,
Oh, it's you name it.
Yeah.
All of it.
One of the craziest stories, James Cowell and Carly Cowell, a 65-year-old man and his 40-year-old wife, been charged with felony endangering welfare of children, aggravated assault. They also face 5 misdemeanor charges of recklessly endangering another person. They have 5 children, which, by the way, this guy's 65. He's got 5 kids between the age of 5 and 14 years old.
Yes, sir.
Oh, bro, come on, man. Stop it. It's enough.
Well, no, it's not.
Well, the kids were found living in deplorable conditions in their home in Pennsylvania in what police are calling a dungeon. No beds, windows are boarded up, feces on the walls, and locks, deadbolts on the outside with no handle on the inside. Well, when they had to get the police involved because CPS came by to do a check, and when they looked around the house, they said, "Oh, can you unlock this door?"
No.
And he said, "No, I don't unlock that door."
Jeez.
So, of course, the police, I don't know what.
Nothing to be concerned about here.
The result would have been exactly the same, I assume, had he opened the door at that time. But, of course, police got a warrant and came in and got him. He also has a stun gun that he would use on the children as punishment, along with a replica pistol, a video surveillance camera that was linked directly to his bedroom. You won't believe this. Drugs and paraphernalia were also found at the house. So, yeah, they've been arraigned, and they are. But bail bond was denied for both.
Good. Put them under the jail.
That's right. Not very friendly. But I love the idea that like CPS comes over. Hey, we want to check out your kids' room here. No, they're locked in. I don't unlock it for anybody. All right. Well, have a good day, sir. And then, of course, the police come and kick down your door.
Back.
Yeah. All right. And Manuel says, be careful, Rob Manu rides his bike over there.
He does. He does.
You better not
and
run
I hate
over
to be
him.
the guy that takes his ass out, but keep your Argentinian ass on the side.
Imagine you would be a very hated man in this town. We'd have to get a new co-host, replace you if that's the case.
Well,
if you
me
did
or
that,
Manu. Manu's going down.
Manu will be in here in a wheelchair doing the show with me.
Riding that, that recumbent bike, the one that you
with
laid
that
out
neck
with the
thing
top.
on.
Yeah. All right.
Get yourself a motorcycle like
driving Rob's car.
American. That'd be a hell of a step down. Although if you're riding a bike,
he'd just do it. It's a step up from a bicycle.
Yeah, it's a step up. But there has been I've been told that he does ride on.
All right, let's take our last break of the day. We'll come back. We'll wrap up the show the way we always do, taking a look at the daily lines.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star and AARP Texas are sending Cowboy fans to Jerry World to see America's team play all season long. How do you get in on the action? Head to sasportstar.com now and register to win. sasportstar.com. Live it up with the boys in the Big D from AARP Texas and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
Guys, this season it's game on at Synergenics and Low T Center, the MVPs of testosterone replacement therapy. Ready to tackle low energy and achieve your health goals like a pro? We've got the winning game plan with personalized TRT. Book a free consultation and automatically entered for a chance to win autographed sports memorabilia or tickets to a major sporting event. Female patients also eligible. For more information or to book your appointment, go to trtmvp.com. That's trtmvp.com. Pork rinds are the crunch time hero of the snack aisle. Low carb, collagen packed, and high in protein, so you can keep the energy high without the guilt. The porkrinds.com Instagram will make a crunch time donation with each share of the Crunch Time Hero college football post, with each share equaling a $1 donation to the Archer Foundation, a nonprofit dedicated to helping families dealing with DIPG, DMG, pediatric brain cancer. Share on Instagram today and grab yourself a bag of Southern Recipe pork rinds at HEB.
The UTSA football program turns 15 years old. Join us for our 15th season celebration as the Roadrunners play host to UIW in the Hometown Showdown this Saturday at 2:30 p.m. at the Alamo Dome. Log on to goutsa.com/tickets or call the UTSA ticket office at 210-458-8872 to purchase your tickets today. It's the Roadrunners hosting the Cardinals this Saturday in the Dome. Be there, because when we win, San Antonio wins.
Let me ask you a question. Is your roof ready for anything? Well, Stevens Roofing, a locally owned company, has been serving our community for decades. Whether it's a commercial project or residential, or repairing your old roof, or maybe installing a new one, they've got you covered. And now Stevens offers solar. Stevens Solar Solutions can save you money and energy. Stevens Roofing, quality craftsmanship, solar solutions, and local expertise under one roof. Call 210-785-0994 or go to stevensroofing.net.
The John Deere Gator XUV lets you cut, pack, drive, scout, weld, stack, feed, pull, load, tow, spray, and haul, all in a single day. Because with the highest cargo box volume in its class, customizable features, and a towing capacity of up to 4,000 pounds, it gets the job done. You just have to get in the seat. Learn more at your John Deere dealer or visit johndeere.com/Gator XUV.
Every great team has its core players, but when the season gets tough, adding the right free agent can make all the difference. The same goes for business. At Robert Half, we found that 67% of companies surveyed plan to increase their use of contract talent to handle workload peaks and backlogged projects. With Robert Half's specialized recruiters experience, combined with our award-winning AI, you can quickly find the skilled candidates you want. At Robert Half, we know talent. Discover how we can help at roberthalf.com/talent.
A Progressive Home and Auto Bundle can protect you round the clock, but we can't protect you from those painful moments in sports.
Oh, I can't believe we blew a 5-touchdown lead.
Sure, but you got to feel like they were going to win for almost the entire game.
But I was about to buy playoff tickets.
So you were prepared for a good time. That's pretty nice.
It's the worst loss any team has ever had.
And you got to witness history.
Okay, we're done here.
Well, at least your home and auto are protected with a bundle from Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free timeshare exit information kit. 800-761-0000. That's 800-761-0000.
Paid for by Wesley Financial.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin. $5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $200-$300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code PARTY5 to get up to a $5 bonus on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code PARTY5 to get up to a $5 bonus on your first tank. That's code PARTY5 to get up to a $5 bonus on your first tank.
If you missed the Blitz with Jason and Joe, then you missed this.
You were on babysitting duties in Tampa Bay.
Saw a soft-shelled turtle in the backyard of son-in-law's house.
Really?
We thought it was a snapper, what they call a soft-shelled turtle. Ugly old son of a gun. Big old long neck with a pointy nose.
Nobody needs to hear about your soft-shell turtle.
Right home with the Blitz. Afternoons 2 to 6 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hi, this is Joe Reinagel, and you're listening to the home of the Dallas Cowboys, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Oh, yeah. This makes me want to smoke a cigarette.
Makes me want to drink a beer, not
yeah.
a drink.
Well, I don't smoke.
Don't ride any helicopters. Hope it doesn't make you want to ride on a copter.
Yes. Playing the blues, baby. She's my pretty little thing. She's my pride and joy. Oh, I'm a little lover boy. All right, man. It's the end of the show. We might as well finish with a bang. The way we always do, Vic.
All right, here we go.
It's the Morning Huddle's look at the daily lines with AJ and Rob on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You covered, yeah!
All right, Major League Baseball. There's no football tonight. You know what? I've got to set a line here. Let's see. Bulverde Middle School against the Spring Branch Wranglers.
That's who they are, the Wranglers?
Uh-huh.
I never knew that.
Spring Branch Wranglers. I'm going to go Spring Branch is going to be a 9.5-point favorite. Who are you guys taking? This is 8th grade only. No 7th grade. 8th grade only. All right. I have a kid in the game. I can't bet on it. You guys are allowed to wager.
Well, I don't know anything about Spring Branch, but I saw the varsity for what's the Piper?
Mm-hmm.
They got a pretty good team.
Who won that game against them in Lady Bird Johnson School?
I think, let's see.
Yeah, I don't know the results of that game, Vic. You were supposed to be the one. You're supposed to be our high school football informant, Vic.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Well, we'll figure it out. Pirates are at somebody on the Brigade Bar knows the final score of that game. I'm sure to the letter they know the score.
Johnson 31, Piper 22.
Oh, crushed.
But Johnson's the team that didn't they beat Judson by like 50?
Yeah, by 1 million.
Cool.
So, Frank says bet on B team. Mm-hmm.
Always bet. There's always the B team.
Yeah, if you lose your A team bet, there's always that
there's
B
always
team.
The B team. Yeah.
That's like Hawaii. You can always get it back on the B team.
Always Hawaii.
All right. Mike Burrows and the Pirates are at the Orioles. Kyle Bradish going for the O's. Orioles minus 160. The Kansas City Royals send Noah Cameron to Cleveland to go up against Joey Cantillo. The Guardians minus 120. Mitchell Parker and the Nationals are in Miami taking on Adam Mazur and the Marlins. Marlins minus 120. Sean Manaea goes for the Mets, who had their winning streak against the Phillies broken last night. I think the Mets are dead. I've lost money on the Mets, Rob. It's all over. Ranger Suarez goes for the Phillies tonight. Phillies minus 130. Unless the Phillies maybe I don't know if like a meteor hit the stadium, and their whole team was.
Even then, they've got an
8-game lead. Yeah, it's going to be tough to catch. Casey Mize and the Tiger. And by the way, I'm not hoping for a meteor to hit the stadium in Philadelphia. Okay, I would never wish for that. I hate meteors. Historically, I've always been against them. Casey Mize and the Tigers are in New York taking on the Yankees. Will Warren going for the Yanks. They're minus 165. Luis Garcia goes for the Astros. They're in Toronto taking on the Jays. Jays minus 160. Cade Horton and the Cubbies in Atlanta against Spencer Strider and the Braves. It's a minus 110 pick them both ways. The Rays are at the White Sox. Yendrys Gomez going for the White Sox. Yendrys Gomez. The Rays are minus 145. They don't care who's pitching for the White Sox. They know they're underdogs. Got another straight pick 'em here. Brewers at the Rangers. Chad Patrick and Jack Leiter, your starters, minus 110 both ways. Zebby Matthews and the Minnesota Twins minus 120 in Anaheim, taking on Kyle Hendricks. Matthew Liberatore and the Cardinals taking on the Mariners. George Kirby goes for the M's. They're minus 220. Zach Littell and the Reds in San Diego. Michael King going for the Padres. Padres minus 195. Zach Gallen for the Diamondbacks at the Giants. Robbie Ray going for the San Francisco Giants. They are minus 145. Dustin May goes for the Red Sox. Jeffrey Springs for the A's. Minus 110 both ways. We got some even matchups tonight. We got one not so even matchup. Herman Marquez and the Colorado Rockies head to L.A. to take on the Dodgers. Emmett Sheehan going for the Dodgers. Dodgers minus 340. Real close one. Real close one. Now, you might think, oh, that's a lopsided number. Well, I got news for you. Lady basketball tonight has even more lopsided numbers.
Oh, fever tonight.
By the way, I don't understand this line. Minnesota's a 2-point favorite at the Indiana Fever.
I like the Minnesota to cover that easy.
I do too. Let me tell you a couple things about that, about why. Now, both these teams are going to probably rest people. Minnesota is clinched. Indiana clinched their playoff spot. So, of course, they've got a bunch of injuries. They might as well get rested up. So if both teams are resting, I'd still take Minnesota. So Minnesota, a 2-point favorite.
That's easy.
Yeah.
All they got to do is win, basically.
Yeah. So give me the Lynx tonight. Now the Mystics are at the Liberty. If you think the Mystics can win,
I don't.
They're plus 750.
There you go. Yeah. What's the line?
They're 14-point dogs.
14.
So,
yeah, that's a big one.
That's a great equalizer, but not the biggest of the night. We'll get to that in a moment.
Is Vegas playing? Who they got?
Yeah.
Atlanta.
The Seattle Storm's playing the Golden State Valkyries. Storm minus 6.5. Sparks are at the Mercury. Mercury minus 7.5. The Las Vegas Aces take on the Chicago Sky, the team that Angel Reese says all her teammates stink. The Aces are 18-point favorites in that lady basketball game. They are minus 2,100 to win the game. So 11-1 on the Sky if you think they're going to pull off the unthinkable and get the job done, which I do not. I guess let's take a quick early look at the NFL, some of the games. The Packers on Thursday night, right now, 3.5-point favorites over the Commanders.
That's going to get bigger, too. If you like the Commanders, you better get it now.
Yeah, I don't like the Commanders. I like the Packers. Cowboys, currently 6-point favorites against the New York Giants.
That's going to get smaller.
I'm not sure.
I think there's some New York money going to come in.
Boy, people seem to really be down on them. The Bills are minus 6.5 at the Jets. The biggest line of the week, and thus the biggest line of the season so far. Baltimore Ravens host the Cleveland Browns. What do you think the line is?
8.
12.5. 12.5.
First of all,
the Browns just lost to the Bengals by 1 point.
Yeah.
And now they're 12.5-point dogs. Seems a little insulting.
A little bit.
A little disrespectful, you know what I'm saying? A little disrespectful.
Keep in mind, Baltimore's only the 9th best team in football.
That's right. That's right. And those Houston Texans host Rob's Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
The work pail men. They're showing up. They just do their job.
Texans minus 3.
Really?
Yeah. You know what? Give me under 42.5. I think
like
that it's another
Tampa.
grimy-ass game. Another grimy-ass game. So, and the Chiefs-Eagles right now, Eagles 1.5-point favorites at the Chiefs.
That is way too small.
That is wild. All right, friends, we'll do the show again tomorrow. Probably better than we did today, even.
You never know.
Yeah, we'll see if Vic has to poop in the middle of the show tomorrow. Hopefully not.
Day into why.
Blitz comes up at 2. They'll be pooping all day. Morning Huddle, 94.1.